Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, I missed y'all too. Thank you so much for the hype train. That I totally missed because I was busy getting ready for stream. Ta-da! I like whiskey. Go take your contacts off, Hadel. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you. Yeah. For the most part, hopefully. Let's see if we can keep things going as I want them to. How do I talk again? Always, every day. I was like, oh gee, separation anxiety. God, not like you've been messaging me the entire time I was out, Finn. But thank you for the resub, Finn. Thank you for the resub, Hadel. And Bob C, thank you all so much. How's everybody been? Did you guys have a good Halloween? A good month or... Wow, I think it is. It has been a month. You guys get a good month without me? So,
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Context out, typos incoming. Don't you have glasses in between? Thank you for the gift subs, Human Centipede. Thank you so much. You guys survived? Yes. One day, someone's gonna take my voice and make an AI out of it, and then try to sell it off the black market for those separation anxiety moments. But I'm glad you guys are doing well. It's so nice seeing everybody again. It's also 11, so I'm getting ready for bed. Oh, you're gonna miss the story time! Wink, 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 wink. You're gonna miss the story time, Hadel! I was just passing through here for the road. Aw, thank you for the milk. Not that I'm lactose intolerant or anything. I started stream a little bit late. Did I go to the One Piece Museum? I did not, unfortunately. I don't even know where that One Piece Museum is. But we need voice packs for the anxiety. It's just hear it over and over and over again. Well, if we have time, I mean, look, I prefer oat milk. I hope it's oat milk. A little late. It's like 10 o'clock. Come on, it's only 11, Hadel. You should hang out just a little bit longer. I would like to share the souvenirs I got back for myself. Fee, hello! I missed you too! Okay, did I go to the Osamu Tezuka Museum? These are all very good questions. So, the reason why Io has come back too. Man, I forget how the Rock introduces himself. If there's a way, I'd like to show everybody all the stuff I got, but that means I'd have to set up the hand cam so people can see it. But first and foremost, the reason why I was late starting the stream was because I was compiling everything that really happened on my trip to share with everybody. And you guys know how long I was out for my trip? Like three weeks? 3 weeks. Actually, I just did the math. It was 21 days. And I know that 12-hour stream. I really hope not. I did not test this. I literally made this starting at like 2 hours ago. At this point, 2 hours ago. So it's not really, well, okay, here's the thing. It's 80 slides, big, but a lot of it is pictures. So tomorrow when you open your BT3. Oh yeah, that's true. It is a PowerPoint. This is what I mean by compiling. I was compiling. You drive a hard bargain 11 hours. No, it is a PowerPoint. This is how much I care about you guys. Thanks for the gift sub. Thank Centipede for that. So, for you guys know, I don't know. I know I said I went on a vacation, but I don't know if I told everybody where I went. At least until I landed. If you're in the Discord
Thanks for
server,
checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you so much for the resub. Much appreciate. Blue lock. Speedo, you're a speed demon? Let's see. Shido, do you say? Oh, it's literally right there. It's a speed. Okay, hi, welcome. As someone who has an actual PowerPoint certification, I'll be silently judging your PowerPoint skills. Ooh, I would love that, especially because I made it in 2 hours and it's really poorly done. The only thing I know about PowerPoints, they should be visual, they should just have very base ideas, and most of the talking should be from the person themselves. So this is what I did. This is what I did. I was trying to remember everything. I also, Google Maps has all my location data, so I had to go back and be like, oh, is there anything? How do we get a PowerPoint certification? Everywhere? Anywhere? There's certifications for so many things. Okay, so let me share. Let's see, how do I do this? Wait, this is the wrong window. Oh, wait. This sucks. Okay, it's okay. Just, my head is kind of be blocking a lot of the presentation. Now that I realize. but I think it'll be okay. You know how my big fat head is blocking everything? Remember that? It'll be okay. I'm now Dr. Finn. Thank you for not official website. Will you get into and will there be pics of the Roach Hotel? So here's the thing. I unfortunately did not take as many pictures as I would have liked. For this, you did things, so don't be mad when I do it. What does that mean, Bobsy? That's so vague. Forehead? Can't you move your body to the... I am in the corner. Hold on, I haven't transitioned yet. Just give me... Give me a second, okay? I promise. It's not like I haven't streamed in a month or something, okay? Give me a second. So impatient, all of you peoples. So impatient. Damn, that's big. Okay, let's fix that. It's not like I haven't been around for like a long time or something. That would be ridiculous. That would just not make sense, obviously. Someone's rusty. The fans are ravenous. I'm sorry. I was late because I put this PowerPoint together and I'm very... I am looking forward to sharing it with everybody. So just give me 2 freaking seconds. Ugh. Okay. Says the person who started late. Can you change your hairstyle to make it better? Ooh, I can. I can get mom hair. What was it again? Can I put my mom hair again? Was it this? Ah, there you go. Mom hair. All right, we're gonna go mom hair today then. This is what you asked for. I think there's also bald IO. Hold on. Is bald IO enabled anywhere? Oh, there you go. Grape head IO. This is what you asked for, right? Grape head. Okay, anyway. Alright. Alright. You guys are asking all these questions when this will all be provided in IO's Japan Trip 2025. Woohoo! It is! Hi, Kai. So I totally forgot you had hair toggles. But, you know, you do what you can to change things up a little
bit. Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you so much for the race up. 1/3 of the time was spent separated. You should have spent the $5. You should have unsubbed. But it was right before the subathon, so all that subathon subs meant nothing. You wait for a month and all hell breaks loose. Hassan Piker shocked the dog. Oh yeah, I heard about the 1,000-page Google Doc. And the whole Mizkiv stuff is crazy. I hope everyone's doing well. Alright, I have put together this PowerPoint presentation to go day by day of what exactly my Japan trip was. And I'm very excited to share as much as I can about the trip with everybody. I know a lot of my friends have asked me like, oh, how was your trip? And usually when you just ask something that simple, I'm just like, it was alright, it was good, you know? But taking the time to put this PowerPoint together has given me a good idea of like all the things that happened, and now it's like cataloged in a good way. And I am excited to share with everybody what I did and what I didn't do and what I like. Oh wait, I just totally forgot. I was gonna have a TLDR PowerPoint or like this page about all the stuff I like in general liked and all the stuff in general I didn't like, but I forgot about that. It's not important. Hi, Dio! Like the moon on the surface of the pod. What? Oh, I've reflected. Okay, so, yes, for my trip, my vacation, when do I play Yu-Gi-Oh again? This Saturday. Peace, Eldris. Nice to see ya. But you didn't know that you were mentioned. Yeah, of course. I've never spoken to her, but sure. Okay, so yes, for the 3 weeks I was out, plus the extra couple 1 or 2 weeks, I was in Japan. Wahoo! Now, for 3 weeks, and you're just like, yeah, happy late birthday, Dio. I know I didn't get to say it out loud, but happy late birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful time being 18. I know you got your first tattoo and everything already. So next is piercing your ears. After having a fun vacation, you're punishing yourself with you. That's what happens with the subathon. I'm sorry, you guys. Did you bring back anything? Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I was saying, I wish I could have brought stuff for viewers, but it would just not be feasible considering how much shipping would be for everybody. And people who might not even be within the country. Alright, so where did I go? In Japan? Well, that's a good question, some of you may ask, and I'm glad my head isn't blocking all the locations that I went to. So, we went to many places, and as you can see here, this is a map of Japan split by prefectures, which is the equivalent of states in Japan. Was it chilly or toasty? It was pretty chilly. It wasn't super cold. It was a pretty good weather, and occasionally it would rain. And so during my trip, I started in I was traveling all over. I know. This was 3 weeks of travel, you guys. It was tough. It was very tough. For reasons that will be shared. And I go by myself. I went with Fran, and then I met some friends. I would never travel by myself, but yeah, it was... The map is marked. Yes, of course. Do you think I would just show a picture of Japan and just be like, I went here? Was about to ask if you got to experience rain. I did. I had to buy an umbrella the first day I landed in Tokyo. So I landed in Tokyo and it was like 11 p.m. in Japan time, which was great. I was in Place Japan. I'm freaking blind. Oh, okay. No, I didn't mean it like that. Okay. I wanted to go up north because I wanted to visit like Sapporo and stuff, but it just wasn't in the stars. As you can see, 3 weeks was just barely enough to experience all of this from Tokyo. So I went starting from Tokyo, and then I went south to Osaka, and I stayed in Osaka for a couple days where I was able to go to Kyoto and Nara. And then from Osaka, I went to Hiroshima, and Hiroshima I did also a couple of things. I'm not telling you where I'm leaving from. Stop it. Anyway, and then from Hiroshima, I went down to Kyushu all the way to Nagasaki. Kyushu is the island, the gray island on the left. Which is really funny that I went from one bomb site to the other atom bomb site. Totally not planned. Absolutely not planned, but that was what happened. She could do the rest when she goes for the next 3-week trip. Yeah, go all the way north. And then from Nagasaki, I went to Fukuoka. There's the city Hakata in Fukuoka, which was very, very nice. And then inside job! I went to go make sure there wasn't any evidence left, obviously. And then from Fukuoka, I went and spent a day in Kumamoto. Some of you guys may have heard of Kumamoto because some prefectures, if not all of them, have mascots. They really like mascots in Japan. They have to have a mascot with everything. The mascot for Kumamoto is actually viral. If you guys look it up, you guys might have seen that bear before. Kumamon is what he's called. I have some pictures later. And then from Fukuoka, I started making my way back up to Tokyo. So from Fukuoka, I went to a city in Okayama Prefecture. The only one I know is the drumming apple guy. I don't know that one. And then, yeah, I can lift one suit. That is true, actually. I came with a really big suitcase that was like a little bit over half my height. Was there any day where you spoke nothing but Japanese and no English left your lips? Absolutely not, because I wasn't alone, and I was the sole translator for everybody. The sole translator, my brain worked extra hard. Yes, I became a Tokyo Revenger. I didn't Yeah, that was actually the funny thing because most of Time Stranger was in Shinjuku, which I didn't check out just because. Oh, the mascot was overqualified on the. That was a cat, not an apple. And then from Okayama, I went to the Aichi Prefecture, where Nagoya is. The city Nagoya is in Aichi. And then from Aichi, I went to the Kanagawa Prefecture to Hakone. And then from Hakone, I came back to Tokyo to fly out. I became a kaiju the 8th. Yeah, no, it was awful. But like the first thing I had to say in Japanese was when I landed, where I needed to go take a piss. So I had to go, sumimasen, otearai wa doko desu ka? And I totally flubbed what like they said as the directions. They said to go past the escalators. I interpreted it as go up the escalator. So then I went up the escalator and I was just like, this isn't where the restroom is. So like my listening was okay. My speaking was enough to survive. There will be an interesting story of like talking to the ticket management for one of these stations because I was doing some complex exchanging of tickets. Oh man, that was awful. But like in general, going to a restaurant, ordering food was relatively easy because if I didn't want to read the kanji or I just looked from picture, I would just point and be like, "Kore ni shimasu, onegai shimasu," you know? But at the end of the day, by the time I was like done with my trip, I was just like, please, I don't want to speak any more Japanese. My brain is gone. I just want to speak English again. Please, leave me alone. I didn't piss on the escalator. I went back down and then I went past the escalator and pissed in the restroom there. But anyway, yeah, I had to do a lot of Japanese translating and stuff like that. But, you know, this was a bit of an improvement from the last time I went to Japan, the first time I went to Japan, because at that time, everyone kept trying to speak English to me. Even though, like, when they speak English to me, I have no idea what they're saying because their accent is so heavy. It's really funny. Anybody refuse their service? No. And I think they didn't refuse my. This is actually the point I'm literally trying to make right now, where they didn't even try to speak English with me. And I think the reason that I didn't get kicked out or anything was because I understood what they were saying. Was I more exhausted from language speaking or switching from the jet lag? I got rid of the jet lag from Japan after like a week. It was actually pretty bad for the first couple of days where I almost fell asleep at like 5 p.m. And I don't fall asleep in public, but I was really close to falling asleep. It was crazy. But no, I had not been refused service. But I heard, but you know, I follow the rules. I am a conscientious tourist. So they don't have a reason to hate on me, obviously. Obviously, they don't have a reason to hate on me. All right, so yeah, so this was the itinerary from Tokyo all the way down to Kyushu, all the way back up to Tokyo. So we got 21 days. How are we gonna spend all of this? Well, this is how I spent my 21 days. Some good, some bad, some in between. But all in all, it was a very productive trip. They hate you for taking their jobs, right? What jobs? So regular sleep schedule, I work a graveyard shift. Yeah, but when I'm trying to fix my jet lag, I don't want to have to go to sleep at 5 p.m. Like when I land, with the first day, I woke up after the air. Hold on, let me just. Okay, so the first day, like I was saying, we landed in Tokyo, and it was about like 11 p.m. and it was raining. It wasn't raining. How many slides? There are 80 slides. This is gonna be great. So I wanted to. It was raining. Well, okay. I did the weather. I checked the weather. Shut up. A lot of them are pictures. Calm down. Plus, there's 20 days. That's at least 20 slides. Okay, just calm down, guys. Just stop asking questions. So I landed in Tokyo, okay, on October 16th. And I landed in the evening, and the plan was like, oh, I should just take a taxi and go straight to the Airbnb I reserved, right? It was 21 days. I'm sorry. But I read on, like, there was this online thing I read, and apparently taxis in Japan have a specific colored license plate, and those are the licensed taxis that you can ride, and it's safe to ride. But there are some that will pick you up, but it's not safe and it's a little bit risky to take, and they don't have the taxi license plate color. And so when I went out to the taxi section to get a taxi, I didn't see anybody with those license plates, so I freaked out. I'm like, I'm not gonna get human trafficked the moment I land in Japan. So then I was like, okay, let's do the public transit, which was like additional 45 minutes or something to get to my Airbnb. Hi-oh! Japan it only has taxis. You have to be a taxi driver in order to pick up a ride. But they do have a similar type of like a hailing system where you can use an app that is affiliated with all the other. We're not starting a Yakuza arc via taxi. Hi, Barrio! Welcome! So it was like an additional 45 minute, and it was raining, and it was a little bit sadness because there's a lot of democracy you have to do where you have to get the like cash. You gotta withdraw money because I didn't have any yen yet, and then I had to go figure out how to navigate the systems, and since I didn't have a transit card yet, I had to like put in cash and get money back and get a ticket. We put like hole punches, and then I had my big heavy luggage and raining, and I was tired, and it wasn't like stressful, but it was just tiring. So by the time I got to the Airbnb, which honestly, I don't really remember what it looks like anymore, but it did its job. The only problem I had with this particular Airbnb was that it was like a 20-minute walk from the closest train station. And that's and that was a problem for me, at least in the beginning, because I haven't been very active as a person for a while, and so I did a lot of walking in Japan, and so my legs became jelly the first week of Japan. It was awful. And so just getting to this walk, Airbnb, unforgettable. Yeah, I literally don't. Oh, okay, I remember now. It was really small. It was a really small, because I was only there for like 1 or 2 nights. Yeah, it was just a small room with, the bathrooms are pretty nice, because the bathroom is like, the entire bathroom is a bathtub.
Hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Hey, who is that clippity-cloppeting across my bridge? Hi, Woo. Apparently I'm on your bridge. Yeah. So, I mean, at the latter half of the trip, it wasn't as bad anymore, but my ankle started hurting, and my ankles still hurt now, but that's unimportant. That's unimportant. I'm sure my calves are a lot stronger now. Oh, you mean physically active? With those burpees you had to do? That did nothing to me, obviously, because I was dying. So, the first thing I had to do, I listed a couple of things. So, the first thing that I had to do was activate my JR Rail Pass, which is basically this pass where you can get unlimited rides through the JR line and the Shinkansen tickets, specific lines for Shinkansen tickets. But do you ever need tips for fitness? Oh yes, please. I ran for like 10 minutes today. So the first thing was and also like I said, because of the time difference, I woke up at like 6 a.m. in Japan, and I was just like, oh, what year is it? Kids were going to school. I saw like elementary school students holding hands, and it was cute and all of that. And so like the only place that was open at 6 p.m. was Sukiya, which you may or may not heard. It's one of the more popular fast food joints in Japan. It's like a beef bowl, kind of like Yoshinoya. We have Yoshinoya in Japan, or in the US. So if you had Yoshinoya, it's kind of like that. And so I went to go do that. But the struggle of activating my JR Rail Pass was I had to go to the closest station, which was like a 20+ minute walk, like I said. And I was like, I didn't know where to go, so I had to go talk to an attendant, and I didn't speak in Japanese. I'd be like, すみません、JR Rail Pass、 ネットで買いましたが、どこかで取れませんか？取れますか？You know, and they're like, oh, no. This, the station that I was too small. You have to go to a bigger station, like the Tokyo station. And I'm like, frick frack. And so I was freaking tired at this point because, like, I did walk around a bit because they have book offs. And book off, you can think of it as kind of like a secondhand resale store. A secondhand resale store for like tech, books, games, plushes. And that was where I saw the plush of a Quagsire for like 1,000 yen. And I'm still mad I didn't get it. Regret, but it's okay. So I was tired after all of that, and then and that's where I saw a bunch of TCG cards. The first book off I went to was the one where I saw the most singles for Digimon, and I should have gotten only 1,000 yen. That's like $6. I book off. No, that's funny, Quake Drop, because they also have a branch called Hard Off. Okay, my logic was this is the first day. I shouldn't be spending so many things already, because like what? No, yeah, it's Hard Off. It's called Hard Off. Look it up. Look up Hard Off. It's real. It's called Hard Off. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really upset because it was a big Quagsire too, but it's too late. So I was very tired, but I was like, you know what? Let's just go to the Tokyo station and get our JR Rail Pass, you know, and all that stuff. You know, I did come prepared. I came with a bunch of vacuum sealed bags to help, you know, reduce space or increase space, reduce space of things that I was putting in the luggage. Dio is a child. Why are you saying that out of nowhere? So one of the few things that I remember from the first day was there was this little bakery either at, oh right, if you guys ever heard of Don Quixote. Don Quixote is kind of like a department store, a really popular department store, and there's like a penguin as a mascot, and the Don Quixote, there was Don Quixote I went to as I was going to the station. I was feeling really, not the jingle. Yeah, it's like an everything bar. Dude, Don Quixote is so stressful to be in. Like, department stores in Japan in general are absolutely, he is also a One Piece character, but it's also a department store. It's so stressful to be in a department store in Japan because there's just so many things in there, so much content. There's so much content in there. Plus it's very vertically built, so it's just like you keep taking escalators up and you just see more stuff. You're like, how are you supposed to know where everything is? It's so tall. But anyway, there was a bakery within a Don Quixote, and they sold a melon bread with like a melon custard. This is not the melon bread I bought. It is a picture off of Google for people who don't know what a melon bread is. So that's just, I took a picture for you guys to see. It was good. It was good. And then activating the JR Rail Pass was a little bit excruciating just because it was a long line. A lot of foreigners in that JR Rail Pass or JR station, either to request tickets to ride the Shinkansen or to activate the pass. So it's not even bad. That's the only one I'm saying, okay? And then yeah, so the thing is that I prepared and reserved all my Shinkansen tickets ahead of time, so I knew exactly to go from one day to this place for this then what time and what, just because I had a really big luggage and I wanted to make sure that there is this. Shut up, you guys. You know, okay, it's not important. Most things, everything except this melon bread and a picture of a pig, everything else was stuff I saw. Was there a bunch of foreigners in Tokyo? For sure. In Osaka and Kyoto? For sure. The more south I went, the fewer tourists I saw. But I had made a reservation for a butler cafe. It's called Swallowtail Butler Cafe. And that was the only real plan I had other than activating my JR Pass. And shut up, I'm not like a food picture person, but someone else is. And so I have some pictures of some of my food, so don't worry. So the Butler Cafe is in Ikebukuro, which is known as a little area, a little, what do you call them? A little area in Tokyo, which is also weeb central, but it's a lot more like female-oriented weeb stuff. And so, did I go to a cat cafe? I have a cat allergy, and I found that out by going to a cat cafe when I went to Japan the first time. So no, I did not go to a cat cafe. I did go, okay, welcome home, master. Okay, so here's the problem here. The Butler Cafe was fine. The food was great. The butlers just looked like normal people in suits. I thought I was getting some black butler type of experience where they would like dress up or put on wigs and look more like, you know, handsomely, you know, like a little bit more cosplay or a little bit more role play, right? But they were just dudes. No, none of them was wearing there was just some dudes. I swear there was like a 40-year-old guy there, which is not bad. He's just a guy. They're just, but like, I had a designated butler, and he was very nice, but it was a little no, that's a host club. But like the guy, I felt really bad for him because my American brain kept trying to do stuff. So like if he poured me tea, right? And I would pick up my teacup and bring it closer to him so that it's easier for him to pour the cup, the tea. And then he would just be like, no. And then he would pick up the teacup and put it back where it was before. And he's like, don't move it. Okay, it's your time to relax. Okay, just relax. And I was just like, okay, I'm sorry. Also, I was regretting the moment. I really was. The guy was nice. I don't remember his name though. The food was great. I know he totally upsold me because he made, like, I was a little too confused about what he was exactly saying to me. And I thought I had a chance to order, but I think I accidentally just got into the course set, like the course meal, which was fine at the end of the day because the food was good, but it was a trap. It was a trap, but I'll accept it. But yeah, I was able to walk around Ikebukuro a bit. Didn't spend too much time, like taking pictures or anything. But I will say this as a general thing, like Japan has the crane machine culture is crazy. I got food trapped. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, I felt really awkward because if I got up and tried to leave, I was worried he'd be like, hey, where are you going? And start chasing me. And I'm like, no! I mean, yeah, I had to speak Japanese in Japan. Yes, of course. I'm not fluent, but it was enough for us to get places and survive. That's all I gotta say. And have good like communicate enough with the employees. But there are crane machines everywhere, and Ikebukuro is not an exception. It's one of the places that have them everywhere. A lot of gacha machines. Don Quixote had gacha machines. Sometimes they have businesses that's just gacha machines, and then sometimes they have, you know, multi-floor like game centers. And I highlighted Namco and Gigo. And I'm on Gigo, but Gigo and Namco are one of those bigger ones where like the stores that have, like, I didn't realize how big Namco was in the crane machine business and those big gaming center businesses. Also, Taiko no Tatsujin is super popular in Japan. Like everywhere we went, there was. No, I did also see. Good night, Quick Drop. You get a good rest. The pachinko machines, I did see a bunch of gambling places, and they try to lure you in because they all have like anime posters of like characters that you would know and enjoy and all of that, right? However, I didn't go in because I had self-control. Instead, I gambled my money on crane machines. So yes, I did not. I gambled, but not in the traditional method of pachinko. I gambled with crane machines and gacha machines, okay? Come on, I have a bit more sense than that. So this is just going to be a theme coming forward. You can assume that anywhere I went to the places that had crane machines, okay? Like any store that had crane machines, I went. This is pretty much my Japan trip. I Shopping for clothes? No. I mean, I bought a jacket because my other jacket was tearing apart. Did you see anyone coming? No, they didn't scream. People in Japan try not to, you know, stand out. You know what I mean? It's not gambling if you have skills. It's true. I have so many bad stories about the crane machines, but good stories also. I don't even want to know how much money I spent on crane machines in Japan, but like some people like to sightsee. I went to the crane machines. Okay, so this was my first trip to Ikebukuro. It was a nice time. I went to a lot of crane machines, a lot of stores, and then I went to the Butler Cafe, and then at that point I was late and I was still jet lagged, so I went home, back to the Airbnb to prepare to meet. Oh yeah, here's some pictures of said gacha machines. I got quite a bit. Yeah, it depends on what kind of crane machines. I won a couple of things. I didn't win a lot, but I did win a couple of things. So yeah, it's a tree stump. It's not real. It's not real, obviously, but it's a tree stump plush that was in a crane machine, and it was hilarious. And then some funny gotcha pictures of things. There's a Chikawa Park, if anybody knows about Chikawa. Chikawa is very popular I did not win the stump. I just thought it was funny. So I did not win it. I didn't want it. I just thought it was funny. But Chikawa Park, Chikawa is really popular in Japan. Like everywhere where I went, it was some Chikawa based advertisement and things like that. And then this is me at Ikebukuro, and I specifically wanted to take a picture here in this intersection of Ikebukuro. What is Chikawa? It's that little white rabbit hamster looking thing that looks a little pitiful. It's just like one of those characters like Sanrio and stuff. It's just very popular. Very popular. And the reason why I wanted to take a picture here at Ikebukuro was because if you guys see in the back, there is a... Well, look, I had to cover my flesh, okay? This is like... The main thing I wanted you guys to see is in the back, there's this little... I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. There's this little business here. Automate? Automate is a very popular game developer for otome games. Otome games! And I saw them! And I'm like, wow, I hope you make more games. I'll support you. You know what women want. Thank you. Anyway, that was Ikebukuro. Now, yes, the holy site. The Holy Trinity. Okay, so the second day is man, I hope I got this order right, but I'm pretty sure this is what happened. It's very popular because the show and characters relates a lot to the Japanese work society and what they wish to do besides work. Wait, which one are you talking about? Oh, Chikawa? Sponsorship one? No, I hope, but not yet. So I met up with a friend and dropped off my luggage, and I think I went out right after. I don't really remember. I think I left right after because he had work, I think. I don't remember. I don't know. No, they had plans to do something that day. But I dropped off my luggage, and then I went to Ueno Park in Akihabara. So Ueno Park, it's just like this really big park. And they have a zoo there. So I went into the zoo and I saw some cute animals. I was only there for like an hour and a half because I was like, I don't want to spend all day at the zoo, and I want to be able to check other stuff out. So after Ueno Park and I went to going to the zoo for a little bit, I went to Akihabara. Now, on a good day, I feel like Akihabara would be a little bit better, but 10/18 was a Saturday. And so the amount of foreigners and tourists and all up in Akihabara's grill. This is also not a real picture. Sorry, I didn't take a picture of the Monjoyaki. But it was so crowded. It was so crowded in Akihabara. There's this building that's very popular called Radio Kaikan. And there's a lot of little stores in that building for weeb stuff. it was so crowded in one of those stores. I like actually was getting really stressed out because there were so many people just trying to look for like little merch of whatever anime, whatever game, whatever VTuber or like idol stuff. It was just it was overwhelmingly too many people. So therefore, Akihabara was okay, but there was also an official Bandai Namco store. I think it was a Bandai Namco store where they sold TCGs. So it's probably the only place for you to get niche. It depends. The one that I went to, it had stuff like idol stuff, so like Ensemble Stars. They really like Ensemble Stars. Idolmaster. They had a lot of anime stuff too, but like not a lot of it was stuff Genshin and stuff like that, but none of it. So if I ever go to Japan, when do you think would be a good time to go to Akihabara aside from probably a weekday, right? Just not Saturday. I don't know why it was such a bad idea. Oh, one thing I will say, I don't remember when I got a crepe, but crepes in Japan are freaking delicious. I had like 3 crepes in Japan and they were great. I wish we had a crepe place like that in the US, but it was very good. But anyway, they had Hacker's Slumber because it just got released on that day, right? They 10/18 or something like that we were talking about with Hacker's Slumber. So I got 2 of the Japanese boxes, which are half the amount of packs, unfortunately. And it's not a guaranteed secret rare. So you either get a secret rare or an all art. And so in the 2 boxes, I got all arts for both of them. And they were not SP, so I was very sad. And I was just like, this is bull crap. I don't appreciate this. I don't like this. And walked away, dejected. But, so one of the things, there were a couple more pictures from the zoo. But this is like the more important stuff that I wanted to share. One is, they have these 2 pandas in the zoo. I didn't get to see them because there was a line and I didn't want to wait for too long. But they had these little dolls of the 1 day old. And like it was like a 1 day old and like 7 days old. The 1 day was the one without the black. And then the one on the right are naked mole rats. In the zoo, they were just all clumped together. But on the left, it was interesting because these plushes that they had at the zoo, they weighed them specifically as how much they would weigh when they were born or in that specific age. So the right one, the one without the black, is a panda right when they're born, like one day old, and it was heavy. And then on the left was like a couple days later, like a week old or something like that, and it was even heavier. And I was just like, damn. But there were other animals we saw, but I just put the one we saw, the naked mole rats, because they kind of looked like the plushes from for the pandas. It's a very naked pictures. I like the idea of these plushes, but I didn't really want one, but I thought it was really cute. So I took a picture. Oh, okay. The baby plushes. Yeah! Hi! She only cared about the mole rats. No, there were other stuff. So yeah, there was some stuff around Akihabara, and I saw these promotionals because Gintama has a spin-off anime coming out soon for anybody who watches Gintama. But they're not dead, they were just sleeping. But yeah, they have a spin-off and they just had some promotionals. And I was like, I'm gonna take 2 pictures because I like Gintama. And on the right, this was in the Bandai Namco store. They had a bunch of other TCGs too. I think like One Piece and maybe Union Arena. I think Bandai also owns Union Arena. And they were just showing the new all arts of the pack that just came out. I didn't get any of these. It was bull crap. How did you get a piece of this? Shakes fists angrily. So you're wearing a sweater. Was the temperature always cold over there? It wasn't ever really hot. I think maybe like one day it was hot, but like in general it was pretty cool. Like a nice, reasonable temperature. Yeah, you guys see all the SP cards that they had? It was bull crap. The Hoodie Mon No, I didn't pet any of the animals. I don't know if there was a petting zoo portion. I know. Not like they just shone lights right at the cards so that everyone would see, right? Since BT23, the Hootie deck, I mean, I heard that the Hoot, I played against one. My friend built one. I'm not sure if it's a conventional one, not a meta version, but the speed at which you can just play Tamers is outrageous. They gotta, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. Digimon, I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, and so Akihabara has a lot of merch stuff. I was sending this to the Discord server because I know a lot of people liked Yu-Gi-Oh! And so there were a lot of other merch stuff, but I sent all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. So there were some crane machines for Yu-Gi-Oh! Figures, and then some other figures for sale. Just the general vibe of what you guys can expect in Akihabara. Yeah. So Akihabara was tiring. Yeah, Akihabara was tiring. But I gotta say, the day after in Asakusa was one of the place. I haven't gone to Asakusa before, so including people who do want the deck to get hit in the next ban list. I hope so. So it was a very nice time because I really like historical monuments and historical streets and districts, and that was pretty much what Asakusa was. It was very nice. There's this really big temple there called Sensoji that I didn't realize was there. The only reason why we went to Asakusa in the first place was because we made a reservation to go to a pig cafe. And we're like, okay, yeah, let's go check out Asakusa too. So yeah, a pig cafe is what you expect. It's just a bunch of piggies in an area. And this is Sensoji. And as you can see, from the amount of people, you can kind of get a gander at how many people there are in Tokyo. I did get to pet the pig. They put the pigs on the lap. On your lap. So I had like 3 pigs at one point. Yeah. It was actually kind of interesting because they had like food stalls in the temple also, but they have a Shinto area, I think, and somebody was getting married at that time. It's like, geez, it's kind of nice getting married at this temple, but damn, there's so many tourists watching you. I don't know if I would want to get married like that. You know? Like, get married and a bunch of tourists are like watching you. But look how many people there are. It's pretty though. I enjoyed walking around here, and leading up to the temple was just a bunch of like shops, little shops and stalls and like open market type of vibe, and it was really nice. So here are some of the things I saw in Asakusa in the stores. A lot of it was cute, a lot of it was traditional and more modern, takes on traditional things. But yeah, I don't know what this cat thing is, but I thought I'd marry you there. I would not accept. The cat is I know. Somebody had fun with that one. But yeah, these are the pigs. These were the pigs that were on me. As you can see, there's 3 pigs, right? It's kind of sad because the pig on the bottom, if you can identify it, the snout was like right here. The snout was right here. See that? They put that piggy on me first, and the piggy kind of just stayed there on my lap the entire time and just chilled. And then these 2 came in afterwards, and the piggies just like went on top of the other guy like this without any care. And I'm like, bro, you're gonna knock out all his air. No, there's 3! Bobsy, there's 3 pigs. There's a pig right here. Do you see this one? Then there's a pig right here. And then there's a pig right here. There's 3 pigs. Oink, oink. I thought it was interesting because I've been to a cat cafe, you know, but actually in I think it was Osaka or Hiroshima, on Google, and it was too late for me to notice, but on Google I saw they had a samoyed cafe, like dogs. a samoyed. Do those three pigs? No, they just slept on the. They really just like sleeping. Honestly, they were just sleeping the entire time. But yeah, it was nice. They also had 2 piglets, so like even smaller. But they told people that they weren't gonna like don't touch the piglets. They're still learning to get familiar with humans. Like don't like just let them kind of move on their own pace. So that's what happened. Very cute. I'm sorry I don't really have better pictures, but like I didn't want to reveal thyself, so this is the best one I could find. Alright. Also at that sensoji, I went and got my fortune taken. So that one, there's like this little hexagonal container with the sticks inside. You would just shake it until a stick kind of pokes out, and you pull it out, and it'll give you a number. So mine was the 9th. The 9th fortune. Sorry, I'm looking at the Japanese. Daikyu! Daikichi! Oh, wow! I got Daikichi. Did you see a bunch of Shibas? Not Akitas. I did see Shibas, but I think... What dog did I see? I saw a lot of Dachshunds. I think there were a lot of Dachshunds in Japan for some reason. But yeah, this is the fortune I got in Sensoji. You can actually read that here. Sensoji. This was, if you try to be famous, it will come out as you hope. Actually, you can get your body graded in Japan. Yo, Dio, I already know I'm a D+, okay? Byoki naoru desho. And like, if you have 3 kinds of hopes, 3 will be completed. Your wishes will be realized. A sick person will recover. The lost article will be found. The person you're waiting for will come. Building a new house and removal are good. Marriage and employment are all good. Making a trip is all right. Yeah, this year is the year well, apparently, right? This is what Japan told me. Gods will come, and where he points to, flowers and fruits grow timely. So we're like a B+. I don't know, man. I need to exercise. My cholesterol is lacking. Actually, it's not lacking. It's a little excessive. Okay, so day 4. We went to Shibuya and Ikebukuro again. I had to go to Ikebukuro again because this was... Oh, right. I also talked about the monjayaki. I didn't talk about the monjayaki. I'm so sorry. So monjayaki is kind of like if you guys heard of okonomiyaki, which is like a cabbage pancake. Stop it, Bobsy. It's like a cabbage pancake, but in Tokyo, they do a variation of it that's a little bit more watery, and they give you little spatulas to kind of like roll it up and eat it. Except the problem, we went to a place it was good, but the problem was that the ventilation was crap. So then, like, when we were eating and smoke was just going up, eventually everyone at the table started dying because our eyes were burning from all the steam, all the smoke from all the pans that were cooking these monjayakis. We're just like crying and burning and stinging and trying to eat, and it was just awful. But it was fun. Other than that, okay, let's see here. See, it's like we've been through so many. We're on day 4 already. So, if you guys ever played The World Ends With You or anything else, you may have heard of Shibuya 109. I did go to Shibuya 109. I couldn't really show a picture, unfortunately, because I couldn't really hide my flesh very well. But Shibuya 109 was pretty much just like women's clothing. And the women's clothing was really expensive. But it's there, and I got to see it, which was cool, I guess. But then after going to, like, hanging around Shibuya for just, like, the afternoon until lunchtime, I went back to Ikebukuro because this was my last full day in Tokyo. And my sister and my mom had been watching my 2 doggies, and at this point, you know, one doggie's blind and recovering from that surgery that I was talking about earlier. And so occasionally my sister would message me. Well, she was like, just get me some Love and Deep Space stuff, because she's really into Love and Deep Space. She's really into this guy from Love and Deep Space. I don't remember his name. I don't play it. Silas B. a mood drops money. So I I heard that Love and Deep Space stuff is like in animate, and like I said before, Ikebukuro is a lot of like women-based merch. So I was like, I know we went to Ikebukuro already, but can we go back? And so I can try to get something. And so I went and found this merch thing. He's like some guy with white hair, good enough for me. But the thing that was wearing me down after going to Akihabara and Ikebukuro is that a lot of these stores don't have, they're all vertically built, which is fair to save space, right? But I need you guys to understand that my legs were jello and were struggling because it has not, time has not been good to my legs, and their muscles have deteriorated to a point where I couldn't stand walking for this long. There were elevators, but did you also see how many freaking people are in the city? So whenever you go to like Akihabara or Ikebukuro and you go into a store like Animate or what else was there? I don't know, just like all these stores, the elevators would be crowded, like super crowded, and it would take forever because there's like 7 floors. 5+, like 5 minimum floors. So like, every floor I'd have to go check Love and Deep Space, Love and Deep Space, Love and Deep Space, and I was just like... It was so painful. There's a more size for thinner builds, and it's tough getting sizes XL and up. Yeah, I think so. They said that you could get bigger sizes online, but the only place I bought clothes at was Goo, which is, if you guys heard of Uniqlo, I mean, Uniqlo is a global brand, so maybe you've heard of it because it is in the US. Goo is like the discount version, or like a discount branch of Uniqlo. And like I said, one of my jackets really tore up. You don't want to see my bicep, it's inverted. It's concave. But yeah, so I had to go to Goo to get a new jacket, basically. And then I saw some skirts. That's all I got. Just 2 skirts and a jacket, and that's all I got in Japan. They might have XXL, but I don't know. Okay, so here's a nice view of Shibuya from high up during the day. Just a nice view of how dense prawn cooked if I go. Are you XXL? Did you take any pictures? No new shoes. I didn't want to buy shoes because they take up a lot of space in luggage. And again, I said I only got 2 skirts and a jacket, and that's it. I didn't take pictures of the clothes. Like, why do I don't really care about fashion too much, so like it's not important to me. But yeah, you can kind of see like some rooftops, they have like gardens and parks, but it's really dense. You see how dense this is. You are indeed XXL. That's crazy. But like, even as a fit person, you're XXL. That's crazy. Being tall, a gift, and a curse can reach top shelf, but sometimes can't fit in cars. Sometimes the door frame hits you in the face. Oh, right. This was some random rabbit I saw on display. It's not a real rabbit. In Shibuya 109. And then it's Hachiko. I'm sure people know about Hachiko, right? I didn't take a picture in front of Hachiko because there was a line, and I was just like, I'm not gonna do it. It's too much effort. But Hachiko was the boy, the dog that waited for his owner forever and ever and ever. The bunny scares you. It's a good little doggy, and you can see so how many people touched his paws because of all the like the deterioration of the statue there. Yeah, and it's like a, what do you call these? Like a sewer grate of Hachiko too. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, right. I thought this was hilarious. Do you guys see what the problem of these two machines? They melted the statue? Wait, I didn't know that. Oh, so they made a new one after the war? That's BS. It's a funny looking sable eye. Right? it was just funny because I looked at the... I've only ever cried to dog stories. No, dog stories are so easy to make me cry. Dude, I don't know why. Dogs deserve more sympathy and empathy. But I looked at the Jigglypuff and Screamtail one first, and I was like, yo, something's not right. And then I looked at the ramp, like, something's definitely not right. I thought this was hilarious. I don't think it was on purpose, but I thought it was hilarious. Okay, what else do we got? All right, so like I said, that was the last day of Tokyo. Same color put it in. So then this day 5 and day 6 was exploring Osaka, general Osaka area. And the first Shinkansen ride we took. And we made good use of ekiben, which is what they call like a bento for the train. And they're like pre-packaged little bento that you can buy at the train station right before you go. And they're pretty decently. They're very good. I got a lot of like ikura, which is salmon roe. Very good. I love salmon roe so much. So we did a lot of stuff for these 2 days, so I just kind of listed it all down, and then it's just a bunch of pictures afterwards. Shinkansen ride. Nah, I fell asleep during this train ride. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. Dendan Town is the coolest. So, the Dendan Town is like this little area in Osaka where there's a lot of weeb crap. A lot of weeb and like electronics type of stuff. And so and also Dendan Town is not as crowded as Akihabara or Ikebukuro. So I was able to actually like look at things, walk around, enjoy, play with the crane machines, and not feel as tense because there were so many people. So that was nice. I enjoyed that. And I remember the first time I went to Japan, I also liked Dendan Town too. So the same thing happened. I was like, oh man, this place is great. And I'm like, oh right, Dendan Town, of course it's great. And then, so it's more of a diet Akihabara. I mean, I think it's still beefy in its own right, but it's just in Osaka instead of Tokyo. Shinsaibashi is a kind of like, they have a lot of open strip mall kind of feels. Where, like, it's like an open, how do I describe this? It's kind of like an open area, and it's just this really long pedestrian walkway. And it crosses multiple streets, and it's, why did I say that? It crosses multiple streets. It crosses a lot of, yeah, like an outlet. It crosses multiple streets, and it's just like this really long, like, strip of like a strip of stores and people standing out and like telling you to go check things out. So near Shinsaibashi there was a cinema roll cafe, a Kirby cafe, which was in like a mall on Shinsaibashi or a little bit further down. And in that mall there also was a Pokemon Center. And I stumbled upon the Pokemon Center by complete accident, and I only knew about the Kirby Cafe because I saw it on Google Maps. And then I also saw the Kiyoshi Kyojin Temple in, it's like on the outskirts of Osaka, is this temple that is for it's Kiyoshi Kojin, not Kiyoshi Kyojin. So, in the Pokemon... Oh, I just noticed the Totodile's making out in that picture. I didn't remember the Totodile's making out, but alright. So, this is the Pokemon Center Osaka. And I realized at some point later that in... a lot of the Pokemon Centers have different themed Pokemon in the... as like... their advertisements. So I think in the Osaka one, which is pretty big, they you took a picture, you sick pervert. They're the ones doing it in public, okay? I have a right to take a picture in public. Took your second and third favorite Pokemon in the same pics. Yeah, so they were advertising a lot of Pokemon ZA around that time, and yeah, they had them all side by side. As you can see, you can kind of see Zapdos's wings, but I wanted to take them separately so you could see them. I enjoy Articuno the most, but you can see all like the Pokemon merch that they have back there. There's this shelf here where they just have like plushes of every Pokemon imaginable, but they don't have all of them. You know what I mean? They have like 75%. Up to Gen 7. The birds are beautiful. Kiss me. Yeah, I think there's some more pictures. Yeah, and there's these figurines, these little statuettes I saw. I don't know why there's a Meowth here, but they have the Gen 9 statues. The Pokemon Center was pretty crowded, I think, but maybe not too crowded. Zapdos is my number 2 and Totodile is Eveline is your 3rd. I see. It's a good picture for you then. And then we went to the Kirby Cafe. And the Kirby Cafe, apparently, it seems like it's usually very busy. I did not get they did not have a life-size Gardevoir plushie. Believe it or not, they had a mega Gardevoir plushie that's like not even a foot tall. And they were selling it for like 50, 100 yen. And that's stupid. That's stupid. Why are Sprigatito's eyes like that? The way that it's looking at you and judging you? I don't know. Did you leave with anything from the Pokemon Center? Yes. I bought a squishy Wooper. And what else did I get? I got some souvenirs for people. And I got like a small Jumpluff, I think. A small Jumpluff and a Wooper and maybe something else. I don't remember. It scares you. No, they didn't have anything life-size, unfortunately. But yeah, we went really early-ish. Like they opened at 10 and it was still very quiet on the other end. And we just walked in. We didn't have a reservation, but we kind of stood there for the walk-in for a while and they weren't really picking up anybody. But yeah, it was really cute and I wanted to try the Waddle Dee almond rice. Actually selling the games there. I think just ZA or like the Switch games, you know, like ZA, Sword Shield, stuff like that. But it was super cute. A lot of cute, like, wait. Oh, I think I lost a picture. I think I forgot to put a picture here. But the Kirby Cafe also had a Kirby store next door and it was really cute too. I think I got some Waddle Dee, like a Waddle Dee, like little figurine. It was very cute. Sensory. Me and my Mystery back from a hiatus after spending a Prime sub on them. Yo, you're not even... Are you the same person? Cicayan Winds, is that you? Because you keep saying that. But also, hello. That looks good. Is that curry? It's called Hayashi rice. It's not necessarily curry, but it's more like a demi-glace. Probably shouldn't be covering Kirby in that second one. Oh! Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. Oh, that's embarrassing. We should probably... Let me share. Hold on. Let me just move myself really quick so you can see. There you go. That's what it normally looks like. He just looks like he doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't know. He's just a baby. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, that's me. I mean, you don't have to Prime sub. I hope you're doing good. It does look suggestive. But yeah, it was really cute. I was really hungry, so I ate this Waddle Dee very quickly. Some more little figures. Oh, you can kind of see the Kirby shop back here. They have a lot of like really cute plushes, handkerchiefs, and just a bunch of like merch. It was very cute. Kawaii. I know Kirby's really cute. Look at this guy! It's so adorable! They're holding hands! Can I get anything for chat? I'm giving you guys this presentation! I worked so hard on this presentation! Oh, you guys can't see the Waddle Dee because of my head. Do you guys kind of see the Waddle Dee holding hands? A little bit now. Are the portions in Japan smaller? No, I don't think so. I think the portions are decent. I think it was okay. But I also think that Japan likes fried food a lot. They like katsu everything. They like frying everything. Hi, got an 80-page PowerPoint. Yeah. I wish I could have brought something back for everybody, but that's impossible. It's hard for me to do that. But also, next to the, because the Pokemon Center was across from the Kirby Cafe. So there was also a Pokemon Cafe. But I wasn't interested. I was eating at the Kirby Cafe. And I thought this picture, like this melodic, it looked really funny because it looks like it's been bleached. This beached melodic. Poor guy. Sad. Rest in peace. Let's see what else is there. Soup. Yeah, and this is the Cinema Roll Cafe I was talking about. I didn't go in and eat, but that was because I already went to the Kirby Cafe. You know, the Kirby Cafe left with the People Pokemon Cafe. Yeah, so like I already ate at the Kirby Cafe, but I wanted to take a picture of like the decor and stuff. It was super cute, and there's like a little cinema roll, little pastry thing. Why did I eat Kirby? I didn't eat Kirby. I ate Waddle Dee. I ate this thing. It was delicious. It was very good. Melodic? What do people say? Melodic? Melodic? Does it matter? Alright, so that was it for the most part with Osaka, other than like checking out crane machines and, you know, gachas and things like that. Next was Nara! Which I'm starting to realize I forgot to put a picture that I wanted to put in Nara. Did you get any cinema stuff? I did, actually. I got one in Asakusa. There was a matcha themed. Have you talked about your problems sitting? My low tech? That's lame. But no, I got a matcha themed cinema roll. It was very cute. But yeah, we went to Nara on day 7 for a day trip. The problem, I wish I was able to take a picture of the deer train, because the whole train from Osaka, I think, to Nara was completely decked out with train stuff about, like, it's really hard to explain. It looked like a meadow with deer and anime girls. It was really pretty. And when we went into the train station, like inside the train, I was like, man, I really wish I could take a picture, but I can't. Because, like, one, it's very rude to take pictures in trains, I feel like, especially in Japan, where, you know, I forgot what it's called, but, like, you know, unsolicited photography of people is very, very popular. Saying it wrong on purpose. Melodic? I say melodic. Candid, right? And I really wanted to take a picture, but then I was like, no. But it was funny because there was this tourist with this big DSLR and just took pictures all over the train, and I was just like, this guy shit. But yeah, we saw a lot of deer. Since it was kind of a day trip, and again, our legs were dying. It was not just me, but our legs were dying, and we couldn't really go deep into Nara Park. We kind of just checked out the fringe area of Nara. Are you American? You're not meant to care about those things? No! I don't want to be refused service, and I don't want to be a rude person, okay? I am a thoughtful individual. You're pronouncing my Melodic differently, and I'm saying it like different every time. Chad American being an anime stereotype. I don't be Chad American from the anime. No, thank you. Okay, so Kofukuji is the temple that I was able to go check out in Nara. And good night, Dio! Japanese actually like us for being a bit rude. Well, okay, here's the thing though. I got in trouble by some public officer for sitting on my luggage. I was waiting for somebody to finish go into the restroom, and so I was just sitting on my luggage against a pillar in the public, like on the sidewalk, and I was just sitting there. And some guy comes up to me, the guy in like a public safety officer uniform, and he was just like, can you, yeah, he was just like, can you not like sit on your luggage? And I was just like, okay, because I can't be lazing about in public. Oh, woe is me. But so I like in general, there's a lot of like rules, you know? But yeah, Kofukuji was pretty cool. They don't really arrest you though, and if they do, you're out quick. I mean, I don't want to even get arrested. Why are you tempting me to taste the waters? Why are you tempting me? I don't want to be tempted. He was mad because you were smart. I have never been arrested, and I don't want to be arrested, okay? I will blend into the crowd and never be found out. Did I punch him? No. Why are you guys trying to... I'm not Johnny Somali, okay? I'm here to just have a good time. I'm trying to have a good time here. Okay, so Kofukuji was like a bunch of Buddhist temples that were built in like the 1st century in Japan by like emperors and stuff like that. So the sad thing is, because in the pamphlet, all of these places got burned down 5,000 times. I felt so bad for the buildings, but like, I mean, it's been 2,000 years. Under 2,000 years, but it's like 1,900 years of being burned. I'm trying to survive, and all like everything's built out of wood. Que raro no hay subtítulos. Lo siento. No, I don't know how to do subtitle. Can someone help me translate? Who knows Spanish? Say I don't know how to turn on subtitles. But yeah, this one in particular, the really pretty one, it like they demolished it completely because of some fire that happened, and they just rebuilt it based on the no hablos, no. Yeah, exactly. And so, es hora de activar mis dotes de inglés. Procede a entrar a Google Traductor. No hablos. No hablas, lo siento. But this one they reconstructed based on blueprints. There's an older one here that is still standing. You can see, right? Like, but I think this one also burned down quite a bit. Al Pastor, stop! How do I turn on this subtitles? How do I turn? You guys tell me. I don't know how to turn on subtitles. I will figure it out. What if I mean? No, lo siento! Lo siento means I'm sorry! But, yeah, it burned down a lot in the life of the temple. Really sad. But it was nice. I couldn't take pictures of the inside because they said not to. So you get to see it from the outside. And this was also in Nara Park. Can you believe that such a place exists in the world? A store all about mint? And it just sucks. I have no idea how to activate them. Me neither. Hello! Hello! I was really tempted to get the shake, but I was just like, man, shakes are like 5,000 calories. I am just gonna get the parfait. But the problem was when I ordered the parfait, they misheard me for saying cafe au lait. She took pic and didn't Google it. Blue is an interesting color to choose for mint. I think it's just the lighting. It was a little bit more green, I think. So first she made me a cafe au lait, and I'm like, I ordered the parfait. Sorry, I said parfait, because that's how they say parfait. Parfait! And I was like, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And so then she made me the parfait. It was okay. Honestly, it was okay. Which is sad. I should like it more, but it was okay. And I gave the cafe au lait to someone else, and they were just like, it's okay. But so it's not world #1, but I appreciate the concept. I appreciate the concept. Y hasta ahí llegué. Do I play League? I don't play League. Yeah. Here's some more deer. The male deer, I think at this point, they were shedding their antlers. So I didn't get to see any with antlers. But you can tell that they're male with the little, like, the smoothed over bumps on their head. They were very cute, and I think you could buy little rice crackers for the deer, except I had no idea where to get them. I hope you didn't get tackled. No, I didn't. I was respectful, okay? Everywhere they were like, the deer are wild animals, don't pet them, you know, respect them, you know? And I saw people petting them, and I'm just like, read the sign, it says don't pet the deer! Yes, don't play late. I don't understand anything. Me neither, I'm sorry. Hi, Badass, how are you? No. The rice crackers are for the deer. They say it specifically, like, don't feed the deer anything except the rice crackers. You're not supposed to pet them, though. That's what it says on the sign. You guys don't follow directions. All right. After that, we was tired, so then we did some karaoke. Can you feed yourself the rice? I mean, I don't see why not. If they're just rice crackers, you could probably eat them, but I didn't even know where they was being sold in the first place. I didn't even know. But I have a really awful story about this karaoke place. Nos vemos, gracias. What is this? I don't... Can you guys stick to English? You got zoinked. Sounds like it's here. Okay, for what it's worth, the karaoke bars in Japan are amazing. The music selection is amazing. It's amazing there. And man, okay, I have a story to tell about this karaoke experience. It has absolutely nothing to do with the whole karaoke itself and just my idiocy. What about for English? The English was okay. They don't have like the niche stuff, but they have a lot of songs that you would expect to have. A lot of drinking though. American bars are for Sprite lately. Yeah, because people can't pay for them. I didn't sing Butterfly, I sang a different song. But any hoodles. Okay, I'll share my story. It's awful. It's embarrassing, but I want you guys to know that this happened. Do I want people to know this happened? You see, Teen Titans I thought of the Beast Boys singing scene. Okay, so basically, I had a song on cue, but it was not my song that was being sung right now, right? I didn't sing Braveheart. I sang Break Up, which is a season 2 Digimon song. Okay, so like I had a song queued up, but the current song that was playing was not my song, right? And so, but like it was like nearing the end of their song, and so tell us the song that I wanted to sing. It was Envy Baby by Kanaria. Anyway, I was like, okay, I need to go pee. And so I'm gonna go pee. So that karaoke was just Japanese words, not romanji. If you pick English songs, they have English on it. If you pick English songs, but Japanese songs, they don't have romanji. Thought music. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go pee really quickly, and I'm gonna like expedite this peeing experience so that I can go back and hopefully my song hasn't started yet, right? So I rushed out. I went to the women's restroom. And for those who do, you ever do karaoke? No, I'm not singing right now. I have 80 slides to go through. But basically, every toilet is either a toilet on the floor, and that's only kind of like in the countryside area, or like a bidet toilet. Like one of those fancy schmancy bidet toilets that have the little like water spraying on your anus and stuff. Would you be able to sing karaoke with the lyrics being Japanese? Yeah. I was doing it right there. Unless it's like really fast, it's a little bit harder for me to read. What slide are we on? I don't know. But we're on what day were we on? Day 8. Oh god, we have a lot to go. They have the small hiragana there. Yeah, furigana. You can see it on the screenshot. Hi, salty old timer. it sprays water on your ass to clean it rather than using toilet paper. But they do have toilet paper too, but it's like you can use it. And so it's like one of those fancy toilet seats, you know, the cover and the seat and the heating and this water spray, right? So I went to go to the restroom, and you know, with ladies, you have to, you know, sit on the seat, right? To go to the restroom. But however, I'm not very comfortable with, like, if I want to go fast, right? I don't want to, like, put toilet paper. They don't have toilet seat covers there. They have, like, sanitizing. Like, they tell you to tear a piece of toilet paper and, like, spray some of the sanitizer on the toilet paper and wipe it, you know, to sanitize the seat. And I was just like, yeah, that's great and all, but that takes a lot of time. And so when I want to rush and when I go to the restroom, I do my patented hovering technique, okay? So, which is basically like a squat, right? It's pretty much what it is. It's a squat, but not a full squat because the toilet isn't on the floor, right? And I will say, squatting toilets are actually very nice. I know a lot of people probably won't believe that, but that's what humans were meant to do when they were, you know, in the past, and so it makes going a lot easier. But anyway, the golden shower position stop. So I was gonna do my hover technique, right? And so I was rushing, and then I started going. Trigger warning, if you guys don't want to hear this, you should mute for like the next 5 minutes. So I started going, and the sound that I heard felt off, to say the least, because normally you would hear the stream hitting the water in the toilet bowl, right? It didn't sound like that. It didn't sound like it was hitting water, like the dripping, you know? So... Sorry. So I was like, what is going on? And then I heard something awful. I heard like dripping hitting the floor. And I was like, oh. And then I looked, and the toilet seat was down. I went with the toilet seat down. Like the whole lid was on top. So I just like, it just went everywhere. Okay. So then I saw what happened, and I was like, oh, well, okay. Okay, well, I'm not gonna make my song anymore, you know? That's the story. So I had to like quickly just get a bunch of toilet paper and clean it the best I could, and I did. I flushed so much toilet paper down. I cleaned up the best I could, and then like the freaking sink was like a foot, like tiny as hell. How are you supposed to clean anything with that sink? But like I did it. I cleaned it, but I was so like, I can't believe this just happened to me. So in my defense, okay, I'm gonna say this. As an American, how often does a public toilet have a toilet seat lid? Like a cover? How often do you see a seat lid on? I need to find a new paper. How often do you find that? In the US? How often do you find that? Never! You never do, okay? You never do! And so I accidentally went American brain mode, and, you know, I didn't mean to. This is what happens when you guys want to know about these things. I was rushing. I know, I made a big mistake. I was trying to go within like a minute, okay? I had a song coming up. I didn't mean to. It was an accident, and it's not like I just left it there, okay? I cleaned it up. I promise you I cleaned it up. And I walked out with shame, but I cleaned it up. Oh man, it was awful. It was awful. But anyway, the next day, day 8, down here, most of not toilets have a lid, but seeing one down in public. Exactly, it's only at home you have a lid, but out in public you don't. Living room or bathroom? I don't think so. Other than the fact that like the whole rooms or showers is pretty nice. How do we know? How do we know? It's just how it normally is. I'm sorry. So for day 8, which was the last day I was in Kansai, like Osaka area, I went to Kyoto, which was awful. And I literally did not have many pictures because of how tough it was in Kyoto. Like the moment I got to Kyoto, I was stressed out because a lot of the places I wanted to see were really spread apart and I couldn't walk everything, right? And it was really crowded. It was so crowded. There were so many people. I wouldn't do that on a bathroom break on stream, ever. But it was just so many people. It was like, because I went to Kiyomizu-dera because they have a lot of like historic like shops. And I wanted to check out the historic shops. I barely was able to check out the historic shops because of how there were so many people in the hydrated shrimp check. I know. Shut up. Thank you. Was this picture a selfie or do you just insert your avatar to show and relay your mood for the day? It was a selfie. But I feel like this shows my mood at the end of... I was really disappointed because on my first trip in Japan, Kyoto was my favorite place I went to. And so I had high expectations for Kyoto again. But it got ruined because I couldn't go to anywhere I wanted to go reasonably, and there was just so many people. That street I wanted to walk to that has all like the old buildings and stuff, it was just so busy. But I'm a New York. We're weird. No, I really like Kyoto. I think it would have been fun if either I went earlier, if I had I didn't get like a transit card yet, and so it was really annoying to try to take a bus and things like that. And there was just so many people. It was just so many people. But I did try matcha soba noodles in Kyoto, and that was pretty good. It's like Manhattan, you gotta go early AM. Yeah, I think I was pretty tired though because, you know, I did a lot of walking in Tokyo. I know you put fire in the picture as well. I thought those were poppy fires. Poppy fires! I burned all the poppies. Yeah, it really sucks. I wish I took a picture of how many people were on the stream because it was insane. But that's the temple in the back. I'm not burning the temple, but I just didn't want to go check it out because there was so many people. Yeah, so that was the last thing I checked in like Osaka area, and then I moved on via Shinkansen to Hiroshima. I woke up that day and chose violence. I didn't do anything. I was just like cursing. Cause here's the thing. I was also really stressed in Osaka too because so smoking culture in Japan is a little bit different, like a little bit worse, I would say. A lot of people vape and a lot of people smoke. To the point where they're still at like the point of like needing to excessively advertise that you can't smoke certain areas, and that like they still have to have designated smoking areas for patrons. Which is crazy, right? Because in the US there isn't that many like that kind of advertising of like, oh, good night, Dushin. It was nice seeing you. I hope you have some good sleep. But yeah, like, yeah, so they still have designated smoking areas and booths, and it was just like, it was, the smell of the smoke was stressing me out. The amount of people was stressing me out. For example, in Osaka, right before I left, I wanted to go to Don Quixote to try to like look for snacks to bring back or anything. Can't even smoke weed because I believe weed is illegal. Yeah, exactly. I think they have CBD though. But yeah, weed's illegal in Japan. But Don Quixote is a cesspool. Because like Don Quixote has all the snacks, right? So guess who goes to Don Quixote to get the snacks? All the other tourists. And so, and like Don Quixote on a good day and there's nobody around is already very overstimulating because it's super bright. There's a lot of product, there's a lot of sounds, there's a lot of signs, there's a lot of everything, right? Very overwhelming. You don't like once you walk in deep enough, you don't know how to get out. It feels like you're lost. But combine that with like a crap ton of people, I did find some imported stuff like Haribo. But it took me out mentally, and I was just getting really like sick of people in Osaka. Like you just keep smoking everywhere, and it didn't help that my Airbnb in Osaka on the last day, the neighbor. So like the Airbnb was the entire hotel. My neighbor was smoking, and so the smoke went into my room after I was complaining about all the smoking. Like I was experiencing outside. Oh my gosh, I'm finally inside my room. I can breathe air again. And then smoke comes into my room, and I was just like, oh my god, if someone puffs another smoke of air of smoke, like yeah, I'm just going it. So I was kind of stressed out in Osaka, as you can see. There was too many people. I look at you with disgust. This is so true, Dajo. It's so true. It's just like, oh man, it's awful. It was just so much for me. Like there was this, for some reason, every weeb like car shop store stunk of cigarettes, especially the deeper you go inside. So there was like this like crane machine place that also had gachas, and I wanted to go inside to look at the other stuff they have, and I would go in and it just got worse. I was like, oh, I can't stay in here anymore, and then I leave. And then I went to like a card shop that actually had a lot of like even older Digimon TCG stuff, and I was like interested, but the deeper I went in, it smelled like cigarettes, and I was like, I can't take you anymore, and I left. This is before. Yeah, so it's just, oh my gosh. But anyway, Hiroshima was great. I'm a Guido? All countries obsessed with tobacco and weed. Like, I'm okay with the smell of weed, though. Weed doesn't hurt my lungs as much. But anyway, Hiroshima was fine. The food was good because Hiroshima apparently has a lot of oysters, and there were a lot of restaurants with oysters, and so we found some good places to get oysters, and it was good. Oysters. Tasty oysters, that's all I gotta say. The smell of cigarettes is bad, but try kissing someone after they smoke. I don't even want to. My dad smokes, and sometimes that stresses me out because like my room's window, like my childhood room window is connected to the backyard, and if he smokes in the backyard, then anyway. So we checked out a lot of depresso espresso stuff as expected from Hiroshima, right? Like they converted everything into like a memorial garden in that area. They have the Atomic Bomb Dome, which is a monument or building that was around during the atomic bomb, and it managed to stay up, and it's a very somber sight. Very somber sight. And there was a atomic bomb museum, which I've gone to before, and it really made me feel really, really bad. But all of that was kind of all of it was kind of overshadowed because the museum was, again, overcrowded. There were a lot of students going on school trips, and they were going to the museum. So there were a lot of students, a lot of students, and then like some tourists here and there. But it was so bad where like I couldn't walk a full step. Like I would have to stand still and then take like a couple of steps up. like little nibbly steps, like freaking Stewie Griffin steps, you know? And so it wasn't fun, and I couldn't really enjoy the pacing to put myself in the mood because there was so many people everywhere, and it was sad. Because I would have liked to enjoy it. No, I didn't go to Hiroshima before. Yeah. I'm scared to go back to China because the laws, they're kind of scary right now. I don't want to go to China. I don't want to go to China, period. Not right now. Not right now. Absolutely not right now. Maybe South Korea. I don't know. I'd rather go check out Europe. I haven't been to Europe before. But yeah, Okonomi Village, Hiroshima is known for a different style of okonomiyaki where they put like a bunch of like green spring onions on top. How long ago was my first trip to Japan? It was 2017. So it was almost 8 years ago? Well, it was 8 years ago. But I went like near the beginning of summer, so it was hot. Going in October was a lot nicer. It was like the weather was a lot better. But Okonomi Village is like this little building where every floor is just a bunch of okonomiyaki stalls. And it was really nice to walk into and just sit down and have a little casual eating. But you see here, this is the atomic bomb dome. It was near the epicenter of the atomic bomb. And I know it's true. It's true. Like, it's sad because I appreciate a lot of the ancient history, like prior to the communism stuff. But like post-communism is just... But yeah, this is the dome, and you can kind of see like all of the smoke, or like the, I don't know what you would really call it, the black staining on the walls. They keep it there as a memorial, which is fair, you know. And then on the right there was like a little bit of a festival going on in Hiroshima Castle. We went to see Hiroshima Castle a little bit. There's a festival, but I didn't really do much. I did write an Emma. Emma is like the little Pentagon wooden little tablets, I guess, that you could write a wish on and you tie it in the temple. Yeah, I think it's important for them to have that as a memorial. But I do have some questions on how the government in Japan like to try to preserve and represent their history. This shows up more than once on my trip, and like a little bit at the end, I kind of feel... Oh, I think they were talking about China. Oh yeah, I was talking about China. Yeah, I was talking about China. Not sure in the detail. I know he served on a refueling boat. Yeah, it's like... When I went through the museum, I wrote in little like guest book, and I was just like, you know, war isn't good for anybody. Ever. It's never good for anybody. A lot of innocent people die. I do have a problem, though, with how they retell their history, and I will tell you a little bit about that in a bit for some of my other stuff that I see. But here's a partially eaten okonomiyaki. These are, you know, these pictures are real now because the okonomiyaki has a big cutout into it. But yeah, the oysters were very fresh and very popular, and like everywhere had some version of oysters. So the okonomiyaki had like oysters on top, and then over here this was like katsu okonomiyaki, or not okonomiyaki, excuse me, oysters, fried oysters. And then here was somewhere else, and then they had just like grilled oysters with some sashimi and more fried oysters. Gotta take a picture. Yeah, 8 days through, I finally remembered. So yeah, the oysters were very good. I really enjoyed that part of Hiroshima. So the day after, or some days after, went to Okunoshima, or Okunojima, whichever you want to say. And this is known as Rabbit Island nowadays, but it was called Okunoshima back then. So yeah, so the island is kind of like a resort now, and it's also like a spot where you can kind of just hang out and see a bunch of wild rabbits, which is great and all, but it kind of hides the fact of it's me Pekora. I did not take a bunny, but I did come onto the island with a head of cabbage to feed the bunnies. So I came with a head of cabbage, and we got to hand feed. Well, not hand feed, but like feed them from feed a lot of bunnies. I do want to talk about the poison gas production because this is a bit of a segue of what I was talking about earlier. But here's some more rabbits. There were different colors. The one in the middle, these ones here, it's hard to see, but I wanted to share them because they're bunnies. Like baby bunnies. They're really tiny. But, yeah, there were a lot of rabbits. But like one of the things... Oh, wait, you can't see this one. Wait, hold on. I need you guys to be able to see the one on the right. Look at that. Look at him, you're just lying with the feet out in the back. Anyway. So what I was saying before about like how history is retold in Japan, it really sucks because I wish they told it more objectively or more truthfully, a little bit more wholeheartedly, and a little bit more like a little bit more honestly. You know what I mean? Because for example, this island, Okunoshima, is they also peaceful and they also got it. Yeah. They were very cute. Look at them. Although some of the rabbits were a little bit injured too, but they're wild rabbits. We can't really do much for it. But like I said, this island was initially used for production of poison gas that they used, you know, during their imperialist era, like between World War I and World War II and stuff like that, right? Which isn't good. Chemical warfare, poison gas isn't great. So they have a poison gas museum / memorial on this island, right? And you would think, like, oh, they have a museum about the fact that they made poison gas. And hopefully it's them saying, like, this museum is to memorialize, you know, the past, we messed up, we hurt a lot of people, but we must keep this here so that we remember what we did wrong and do better in the future, right? For all the victims of the poison gas, right? So I read the sign in front of the Poison Gas Museum. And the sign said, this museum is here to memorialize and commemorate the people who got side effects and internal damages and complications from making a poison gas. You can't make this up. Our hearts go to those poor soldiers who were making chemical warfare weapons for completely valid reasons. Oh, those poor guys. They had to work so close to the poison gas, and oh man, that sucks. Oh, they got complications from working with poison gas. Oh, we must remember all of their efforts. I'm like, what? What? Like, one, yeah, that does suck, right? I'm sorry that they got complications, but isn't there something a little bit more pressing here? Isn't there something a little bit more pressing that you should probably... It's like if... Man, I don't know if I'm gonna trouble for saying. I guess screw it, forget the people who died. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you talking about? This is so... I actually laughed reading that. I was like, oh my god, this is borderline delusional. I can't believe this. Don't worry, I have another story to tell later about this. But yeah, the rabbits were cute. Okay, so the next destination I went to, this is still around Hiroshima, is Itsukush, what was it? Itsukunoshima, I think? Borderline. Also known as Miyajima. Oh, I realized my head is blocking the most important thing in this picture. So, Miyajima is pretty, good night, Doncho, thanks for hanging out. So, Miyajima is known for this, gate that is, like, it looks like it's floating in the water because of the tide. So a lot of people like to come to the island and, take a picture of this Tori, which is also known like a Shinto gate, Tori. So, went there, but also because like the island itself is pretty fun. It's just like a little island with a bunch of shops, and I'm a sucker for like just like areas of walking around and seeing shops and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's also an aquarium here too, so we got some cool stuff. So Miyajima had a lot of little like sponsorship things. For some reason, there was a lot of rice scoopers in Miyajima. I don't know why. And then over here is just like some of the little mascot animals that they have for the aquarium. I didn't show any pictures of the animals in the aquarium. Like there are some, but I just didn't put them in the PowerPoint because you can always just look them up on Google. Animals. But in general, it was nice. There was this one store that was, like I said, in Miyajima. They also have deer. They also have deer on Miyajima. And there was this one store that was selling soft serve ice cream, but they were advertising it with deer poop. I think their rice scoopers are also Edo hipster. That's funny. But yeah, there was this one place that was like offering, you having a lot of rice? I have. You just haven't seen all the meals I've eaten. But yeah, I did eat a lot of rice. Of course I did. But yeah, the one store was selling soft serve with deer poop, which was just chocolate covered coffee beans, but they advertised it as deer poop, and I thought it was really funny. Deer poop. Okay, so after Miyajima, we were done with Hiroshima, and we were gonna head to Nagasaki, which I think is like now that I've been to Nagasaki, it's really funny because they don't advertise the atom bomb as much as Hiroshima does. And I don't know why. Like, we don't really even talk about Nagasaki that much either. Like, why don't we talk about Nagasaki? But the morning of this day, we went to the Pokemon Center Hiroshima, which completely by accident, I didn't know that was real. And a huge change in plans when we got to Nagasaki. So first of all, they were doing some collaboration with One Piece and the Shinkansen, so I saw this chopper-themed Shinkansen. It was very cool, very cool. I didn't get to go in. That was not my Shinkansen, though. And so in the Hiroshima Pokemon Center, their theme was a shiny Gyarados. And I guess it's because it's more close to the ocean, and so they had a lot of more water, like fish theme. We were done with Hiroshima, so we went to Nagasaki. It's a common to have an family the coffee beans to pick up and make coffee. It's not common, it's like a delicacy. Yes, very cute. Okay, before I move on to the next one, yeah, the Hiroshima one was pretty cool. They did have some stuff that was a little different, like every area had like some more like unique items, but not too different. So I wanted to kind of just get a picture of all of them. Shiny Gyarados is her favorite. It was a really cool statue, as you can see here. But what I was saying for the change in plans. So in general, all of my Airbnbs have been decent, right? Like the places I stayed, minus the smoking issue with the one in Osaka. Hiroshima was fine. Did you get any merch from this book? I don't think so. Oh no, I did. I got a coloring book for my niece, I think. Something like that. But, oh, that's where I got the Wooper, actually. I kind of held off a bit on buying stuff at Pokemon Center. But the change in plans that happened was when I got to the Airbnb in Nagasaki, I felt very uncomfortable because the building itself is really old, and like the elevator was dated. It looked sus, and when I walked into the building, it just like into the apartment, it just didn't feel homey. So I just like, cause the floor was all like tile, right? Just imagine an apartment that's just all tile, and there's no rug or anything. There's nothing too comfy about it. And so I just didn't feel very comfy. And so like I already had all my itineraries planned. I was instead going to, after Nagasaki, I was going to go to Kurume, which is a different city in Kyushu, which is where this is right now. And then from there, I was going to do some other stuff. But in Kurume, I was going to stay at somebody's house. And they have a family. And at this point in the trip, I was like, yo, I don't think I want to go there anymore. And it's also because right after, when we were taking, right after the Pokemon Center Hiroshima, right, I went on Google, or I went on their Pokemon Center site or whatever to see what all the other Pokemon centers are. And because I was like, man, I just keep finding myself in these Pokemon centers. I don't mean to, but I am. So where are the other ones, right? And so there was one in Fukuoka, which is in Kyushu. But it wasn't one of the places I was going to go to. And so I was like, man, I kind of want to go to Fukuoka instead, right? Of Kurume, because Kurume was kind of like an in-between point, and it wasn't necessarily very convenient for me to be there anymore. And so I had to cancel the Airbnb, and then I had to quickly look for a hotel to stay in Fukuoka, which I managed to do. I found something pretty good, honestly. It was pretty nice. Because that place, I'll tell you later. And so I had to go, since when I got my rail pass to ride all the trains, all the Shinkansen, I had reserved everything already. And so all my reserved tickets were to go to Kurume, which is a different city. I don't want to go there anymore. I want to go to Fukuoka, right? But when I went to like the station to try to trade the ticket, it didn't let me. So then I had to go to the office and talk to I had to go to talk to somebody in the office about like, oh, can I change all these tickets and to these dates? And it was just, that was the most complicated Japanese conversation I had to have, because I was like, I want to change these tickets, I want to cancel these and have them as different destinations. And then he'd be like, what time do you want to go? Oh, this time. And it was hard because he was using military time. So he was like, at 19 o'clock, is that okay? In Japanese. So first I had to convert it from Japanese to English, and then I had to subtract 12 to it to get what time the guy was talking about. And like, I didn't want to be like, oh, quiet for too long. It seemed like my brain was freaking dial up, right? And so and like sometimes I would say stuff and like I wouldn't understand what I was saying because my Japanese wasn't good enough at that point, I guess. And so I was just like struggling to go through it, but then he finally printed it and everything was right, what it was supposed to be. Bobsy, why do you have a Duolingo badge? Why do you have a Duolingo badge? Is that what it is? Okay, anyway, that was what the change of plans was, because initially I was going to go to Kurume for 2 days, but then I changed it from Kurume to Hakata, which is in Fukuoka, because Hakata is known for its ramen, and it's also where the Pokemon Center is. And at this point, I was like, man, I just want to go to as many Pokemon Centers as I want, as I can, and just take pictures of the centers there. So it was just a little stressful because I was already not feeling comfy at the Airbnb, and the anticipation of having to stay in someone else's house afterwards didn't make me feel great either. So I did that really last minute, and I'm a very anxious person. I have to plan things ahead. And so that was a little stressful. But anyway, the day after, the reason why I went to Nagasaki is because there was this tour that I had reserved for us to check out Gunkanjima. I forget what the actual name of this is, but Gunkanjima is on the right. So So Gunkanjima is like this tiny island that they kind of expanded to be a little bit bigger than what it is initially. It's the picture on the right. On the left is something else. But it used to be an old like coal mining island because the coal is underwater, and they built these little like buildings in a little community for the families of the coal miners and things like that. I love hitting up different Pokemon centers and figuring out how the mascot and the way they chose them. Exactly! That's why I had to change my trip. I'll talk about Dejima after this, but here's some more pictures of Gunkanjima. I loved checking this place out. Like, this is like the kind of stuff that I'm really interested in when it comes to sightseeing, like a lot of historical things. They abandoned the island because coal just wasn't the demand for energy anymore. So then we weren't able to check out everything. There was only very specific parts we could go to just because these buildings are, what do you call them? They're not secure anymore, right? Not stable. So we could only see it from afar. But still, it was really cool to see all of this, like how this community just survived for 80 years and then it just, everybody moved out because the buildings just stopped building. Wait, hold on. I need to change music really quickly because as you can tell, we finished listening to the music. Give me a second. Okay, so I thought it was really cool, and there was this guy who was touring or giving us a tour too, and he was giving an English tour, right? And he was mainly telling you, like telling everybody what I'm telling you all right now, right? About how like, oh, all these workers were well paid, and these were they had a little community here. People had found ways to have fun and all that stuff, right? And this site, this island, is supposed to be like it is a World Heritage site. And so after the tour was over, and I was kind of just chilling and on my phone, I was curious, right? So I looked up this island on Wikipedia to read more about it because I was curious. I wanted to know more about it, right? Oh, Japan. Japan with their history shenanigans once again. After reading that Wikipedia article, I felt really disappointed. That not because of like the site and what I saw, I was just disappointed because they were not authentic again with what happened here. So, what happened with this island is that it's mainly a coal mining island, right? And of course, coal mining underground is dangerous, but they made it sound like it was Japanese miners and they got paid very handsomely, right? So it seemed like a utopia, like a little dystopian utopia, right? So when Japan was applying for this area to be a World Heritage Site, South Korea, North Korea, and China initially said, no, we don't want this to be a World Heritage Site because of the forced labor you had of our people on this island. And I was like, forced labor? Oh, no one said anything about forced labor. Forced labor? What is going on here? And so it was stalled a bit, this application to become a World Heritage Site, right? Because the people whose people were affected by this particular arrangement don't believe that this is something that they want. I get off this stuff. That they don't want to be a part of, right? History lesson, everybody. And yeah, exactly. Even North Korea was like, yo, South Korea's got a point. And China was like, yeah, South Korea's up. Like, South Korea's like, North Korea's got a point. When they, you know? And so what ended up being the case, because this place is a World Heritage Site now, right? How did that happen? How did they able to convince the other countries to accept it? Well, they said, we will accept this to be a World Heritage Site if during your retelling about the history of this island, you highlight the forced labor that occurred on this island. And I'd like to remind you what I just regurgitated back to everybody about what I heard on the tour, right? Yeah, they're not talking about the forced labor on the tour. And on the Wikipedia article, it even says that, like, there's been criticism, like, even though they were like, yeah, okay, we'll talk about it, we'll be honest, we'll be authentic, and then tour people are like, I don't think you're reflecting what happened on this island well enough, right? And then they're like, oh no, you guys are overreacting. Everyone had a great time there. There was no such thing as forced labor. Everybody was accounted for, right? And it's just like, oh boy, that's... So after reading that, I was just like, man, that's not fun. I feel like I've been cheated, you know? Well, then about Japan is their stubbornness and superiority, but I get why it puts people off. I just wish they were more authentic, because I feel like there's just so many inauthentic people in the world, you know what I mean? I would respect them more if they were just like, yeah, we kind of did some rude things, you know? I would respect them like a little bit more, and it's just like, goddamn. It ruined the tour for me. You know what I mean? But anyway, around Nagasaki is also this area called Dejima. I'm done with the history lesson about Gunkanjima, but now that you guys know that Japan is totally great with retelling history. I know, it's the same thing with the US too. Not a lot of people talk about what happened with the Native Americans, or the Chinese Americans, or the Italian Americans, or the Japanese Americans, or the, you know, and I appreciate people who try to tell that history. You know what I mean? But anyway, Dejima, which actually is mentioned in the History of Japan by Bill Wirtz, is this man-made island that was created near Nagasaki, and it was the only area that Europeans were able to approach Japan during the Tokugawa shogunate, also known as Sakoku area, where they like just closed the country from everybody. This was the only place they were allowed to trade, and so this was where like the Dutch would come every year or stuff and trade with things. Hello, Niels. How are you? Soon to be VTuber. Wow. So on the left here is, I think it is a reconstruction of one of the buildings that was in Dejima, which was like the captain's quarters. And so you can kind of see here, Dejima wasn't so big. It was kind of just like a street, and the Dutch would come there, they would anchor, and they would only be allowed to be はじめまして、初見です。かわいい。ありがとう。はじめまして、私は、あよです。よろしくお願いします。Yeah, and it was really cool. And so, like, on the picture on the left is, like, how they think the Dutch used to, stay. Like, they would stay in these Japanese-style rooms, but then they would put some of their Dutch furniture in it, so it's a little bit of mixturable. Your Japanese very good. 日本語上手。ありがとう。ここから日本語勉強しました。最近勉強してないけど、1ヶ月前日本に旅行しましたからちょっと練習できました。Your parents and voice are very wonderful. Oh, thank you! Thank you! Arigato, arigato! There you go. I love how your sweet blue slits is. I'm doing my best. I'm struggle. Samurai shampoo was pretty cool. But yeah, it was I think most of it is reconstructed from like maybe materials from the past. I use a translation device, but I want to become friends with EV VTubers. Wow! Oh, thank you!
Hello, I'm a piece of garbage.
ありがとう。私こそ日本の VTuber たちも友達になりたいです。We are now friends! We are now tomodachis! Yeah, so I thought this was super cool. And, again, most of these are like reconstructions of what they think it used to look like based on pictures that people drew. And, you know, Miffy obviously was created from that time. You both gotta get together next time you go to Japan. Alright, we'll see. So I also think it was really funny, and I mentioned this on chat a bit too, how they kept mentioning these Southeastern and African people that came with the Dutch as servants. And I think it was really funny that they kept using the word servants. And I was like, I mean, I don't... Look, let's be real. Let's be real here, guys. They aren't servants. They're slaves. 99% sure. 日本楽しかった。楽しかったです。ここは長崎で出島という場所です。聞いたことありますか? Oh yeah. Okay, so Dejima was cool, and then it was like nighttime, and I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I want to go eat. And so there was this lamb place we went to go eat. So they came. ない。出島は鎖国の時にhow do you say Dutch? ネザーランドからの人たちは日本人と営業できるだけの場所です。一か。そう、わかりました。Servant is just slave translated. 大阪だっけ大阪にも行ったことあった。デンデンタウンが一番楽しかったと思います。But yeah, it was like they heated it up and it just like kind of sizzled. You can see a bunch of like mushrooms and bean sprouts and veggies, and it was really good. They required alcohol. This was kind of a thing that is pretty common in certain restaurants, even karaoke bars, where they're like, if you want to eat here, you have to order a drink. It doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink because they have sodas and teas and things like that. But like I got an alcohol, like you can kind of see it on the bottom right corner. I got a, what did I get? It was like a ginger highball. Highballs are very popular in Japan. And yeah, highball was kind of a highlight. So it was good. I got a little buzz, and then I was like, man, beep boop. This was a great day, beep boop. And we got to eat the good lamb, beep boop, and see Dejima, beep boop, and it was really cool, beep boop. Now it's time to go back to my Airbnb and chillax, beep boop. Which I was like, you know, in the beginning, yesterday or the day before, I was like, man, I'm uncomfortable in this Airbnb, beep boop. But I think I'll be fine. We just got one more night at this B&B, beep boop, and then we're gonna go to the nice hotel in Hakata, beep boop, and it's gonna be lots of fun, beep boop. Yeah, it was a nice, fulfilling day 14, beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop. It was a nice, fulfilling day 14, beep boop. But when I came back to my Airbnb, you don't know how quickly my buzz disappeared, beep boop. When I came back to my B&B, went to the sink to clean my retainers, and then there were cockroaches! It was Max G all along. Oh my god. It was... Oh boy, it was terrifying. You know, I screamed. 고기부리! Yeah, so Airbnb でゴキブリがいた. They didn't respond to Ash Blossom fast enough. I didn't have no Ash Blossom. I had nothing. And so I screamed. My luggage was wide open. There was a cockroach on the floor, and I didn't know if it was going to be in my clothes because my luggage was open, and it was already like crawling in my retainers. It was crawling around my retainers, and I was like freaking. And I'm like, hey, I ain't staying here. Forget everything I said about. That's why she got the feet out of the R. This is why I said, yeah, like that's what I like immediately. I was like, first we gotta pack. We're gonna pack all of our stuff, make sure there's no cockroaches, and get the hell out of here. And so while everyone was like packing their things, and I was just like quickly on my phone trying to find a freaking hotel for us to stay in. And I was just like, where? And luckily, I found a hotel that wasn't too far away. It was close to the train station too, for us to immediately go to Hakata the next day, right? But it was just like, the day was like the buzz was gone. And also I learned that no, they weren't hissing. They were actually like the small ones, the small cockroaches. But they were cockroaches for sure, 100%. And what was I saying? Yeah, I figured out that the Airbnb that I was in was also like smack dab in the red light district. Because, I mean, I felt suspicious because when we were walking around, there were a lot of like advertisements for like women and men. And then when we were walking from the land place, right, there was this guy and there were like 3 scantily dressed women just like walking around, like they looked like escorts, and they were like publicly talking about panties. And he was like, man, I like panties. I like these kind of panties. And they're like, oh my god, wow. And I was just like, huh. Okay. So, surprise owner to tell you, they count as your pillow bits. I didn't message the person until I just left a review. But yeah, I found a hotel luckily and I just booked it. I took a taxi. I was like, I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Took a taxi, stayed at that B&B, which was crazy because that place was huge. I was like, because I only stayed for an evening, right? I would just, you know, relax, sleep, you know, but it was huge for how much it was. And I felt so shafted. Like I should have just, yeah, in Japanese, they said pantsu. Yeah, they said pantsu for sure. I know, pantsu's underwear. I did leave a bad review. I left a 1 star. And they didn't reach out and say they were sorry or anything, so. Joke's on them, I guess. Joke's on me. But yeah, that was not a great time. And I kind of live messaged that on Discord a little bit. It was awful. However, oh yeah, what happened next? I was getting the heck out of there. I was really happy about this. Pantsu. 誰かがエスコートさんが3人でと一緒に歩いてながらパンツについて話し合っていました。You see any lingerie vending machines? I did not. Okay, so day 15, we went to Hakata. And like I said, Hakata was a place that I was interested in because they had the Fukuoka Pokemon Center and the hotel was clean and it was great because they had a bathhouse, a free bathhouse in Hakata. And I was excited to use it. But this is around the time where I started feeling sick. Like I was getting a sore throat a little bit. So the first day I didn't go, right? Wait, no. No, this isn't, it was the last day I was starting to get sick. I was getting a sore throat. I unfortunately didn't take a lot of pictures in Hakata's, or the Fukuoka one for some reason. I thought I did, but I guess it was a little bit less impressive what they had. The ramen was good. It was very, like, frothy. And yeah, it was a nude bathhouse. All bathhouses in Japan are nude. They're separated by gender or sex, by boobs and not boobs, right? So it's fine. People just mind their own business. But yeah, it was really nice. They had a little outdoor area too, a little outdoor bath so you could enjoy the cool air. And Hakata really boosted my self-esteem because the Hakata station is a really big, like you could think of it as like a really big mall. And this is pretty common with Japanese stations, train stations, because a lot of people come and go there. So they also make it like a mall, you know? It's a good idea. I understand it. And so most of my time in Hakata, since I didn't really get to spend much time there specifically, just like half a day or stuff, I would just go into the train station and check out the mall area. That's where the Pokemon Center is. And they also had a place called Surugaya, I think. Surugiya? I forgot what it's called. Suru something. And it's another one of those second-hand, like, weave stores. And I was like, this was, you know, it's funny. Okay, I went to, there's an electronics store in Japan called Edion. And I went in there just to, like, take a gander at things. And I saw merch of the same IP as my #1 husbando, which I 100% did not expect at all, because it's like very obscure, it's old, not many people care about it in the US anymore, I don't think, right? So I just saw it, it was like new merch, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I Googled online to see if my husband was merch, and it was like, yeah, it's gonna be merch in December. So I was like, damn it! Oh, I came too late! Or too early, and the merch wasn't gonna come out into the, until when I'm gone in December. And so I said, like, I was going to, I'm not telling you. If you don't remember, you don't remember. So then when we went to the secondhand store, I was like, well, what are the odds I'm gonna find stuff for my husband here at the secondhand store? Because when I went to Akihabara and I went to the other place that was like super crowded, it didn't have it at all. It just had like Genshin, idol stuff, some anime things like Jujutsu Kaisen, a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. And so I was like, there's no way, right? Except there was way. And I had so much hope. I came back with so much merch of my #1 husband I did not expect I would find, but I got so much. So that definitely made me feel better about the cockroaches. And the public bath was also nice in Hakata too. But the day after we landed at Hakata, we went to, yeah, this is a toast. This is a brick toast, I guess you could call it. And it was apples and cinnamon with vanilla ice cream. I ate it for breakfast. It was very delicious. But anyway, we went to Kumamoto. And I remember I was talking about the mascots in the prefectures, right? So the prefecture Kumamoto's mascot got very viral. This black bear, Kumamon. Very, very viral. He was everywhere and he brightened my day up every time I saw him. And Kumamoto also has a lot of like One Piece related pickups or like stuff. They have a One Piece statues all over Kumamoto, and unfortunately, since I was going to be there for only like 5 hours or so, I couldn't see all the statues. I'm actually surprised our Halloween was very Halloween-y. But yeah, because I was traveling, and at Hakata, I only saw like 2 people dress up in like a family. It wasn't as crazy as what I saw in like Shibuya, but it was fine. I didn't want to be around that many people. But yeah, also in Kumamoto is the One Piece store. And so I went to the One Piece store also, where they called it the Mugiwara store. And you can see they had some statues and some cool One Piece merch and decorations. It was very cute. I got some stuff on here too. I got something for a friend. And then we also went to a Kumamon gift shop too, and they had a bunch of like this isn't the only pictures of Kumamon I found, but this is it's just a taste of like how much Kumamon stuff there was. It's a very nice mascot. Whoever designed this bear deserves a raise. A very good raise. He did really well with this one. And then we also checked out Kumamoto Castle, which I thought was kind of interesting because, like, if you guys ever played, if you guys ever care about like the Sengoku warring era, the warring states in Sengoku era in Japan, there is a person that is pretty recognizable from that era. What was his name? Kato Kiyomasa. He, after the war was over, he settled in Kumamoto and built this castle and lived in this castle. And it's a pretty nice castle. The only problem is that there was this earthquake. I don't remember what year, like 2019 or something. There was an earthquake that kind of damaged the castle a little bit, and they haven't been able to fix it. But it's still, yeah, you can kind of see like they put this tarp over where the earthquake happened. Maybe? I don't remember if this is it, but yeah, you can still see like parts of it. It's a very impressive castle. Very defensive, except against earthquakes. Oh, yes. Okay, and people have heard about this. So we went through the cockroaches story. What's worse than cockroaches? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? I'll tell you. What's worse than cockroaches is a crane machine containing a plush you really want to get but is rigged as hell. Oh, so rigged. So rigged. So rigged. I spent probably like 5,000 yen trying to get this stupid chinchilla. No, I didn't want the Dragonite, I wanted the Minccino, and I didn't. It was, and also there was this like little kid who was just watching me this entire time, and it was like, he was like breathing behind my back, and I was like, kid, leave me alone, I'm trying to get this Minccino. and when I finally gave up, the kid tried, he also couldn't get it. I'm like, this machine is freaking rigged as hell. And like usually when you see someone fail for a really long time, one of the workers will come, and they would be like, hey, let me help you a bit, right? Let me help you and move it closer. Nobody came for my help. They just watched me suffer. F you, Hakata, I remember you. I'm so sad. Like, how often do you see such a cute Minccino plush, right? It was so cute, and I could tell it was squishy and soft, but like they had so many. Why didn't they just let me have one? No, I didn't want Dragonite. I wanted the Minccino. This is stupid. Anyway, on the way, so now that we were done with Kyushu, we were on our way up to go back to Tokyo to fly back. And so Kurashiki is one of the day stops, because from Kyushu up to Tokyo, it's a really long time. So we got some places into, was the claw 2 or 3 claws? It's 3! But those 3 claws don't do nothing! Bullcrap. Bullcrap, bullcrap, bullcrap. But yeah, so we stayed at Kurashiki for a day, and unfortunately I didn't really get to do too much, but we did check out the, well, during the day we were able to check out a little bit at the station. They had like a jump store, which was pretty cool. But then there's also this really like old-timey area in the city. I forgot what it was called, but I just went there at night. Oh, you mean the Dragonite claws? Oh yeah, 3. And so, there was a jazz performance in the evening, and it was really nice. Like, you see how this area is like really historical, and we just happened to pass because I want to just take a look, and they had a jazz performance. I found myself stumbling into a lot of things in Japan, which I thought was really cool. How I just happened to find a performance, how I happened to find a store that was cool, you know, that had something that I wanted. And it was like, it felt better when I wasn't planning things in a way, you know? And she was singing a lot of good jazz bops, like My Favorite Things, Lullaby of Birdland, what was the other one? Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. And so it was really nice performance, and the entire area was really cool too. And then this is the jump shop that was near the station the day after. And I saw this. That was great. Nothing wrong with it, right? Absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's just typical Elizabeth from Gintama doing Elizabeth things from Gintama. This went through quality control. Yeah, there was a couple more like cool stuff in the jump store, like you can see here, some Siggies from certain artists. I was really surprised to see Beat the Vandal Buster there, which was cool. But yeah, by the time we got to Nagoya, my nose was running and it was pretty bad, and it was sad because there was a lot of like stuff in Nagoya I wanted to check out, but I was very limited on where I wanted to go because by the time we got to Nagoya, I was just like deaf, and we got McDonald's to eat. We just got McDonald's to eat. But the delicacy in Nagoya is their like miso, their miso katsu, and so we got it like the evening of the 4th, and then like for breakfast or lunchtime on the 5th. The katsu was good. The like the miso was good, but it's a little rich, and at a certain point it got like too rich to drink or eat. You know, it was just so rich of the same thing. It's very easy to get sick of. But we did check out the Nagoya Pokemon Center, and it had a lot of cute representation. It was a little strange what they chose. It's the same side-eye Sprigatito, I noticed. It's the same side-eye one. But Celebi was the representation in Nagoya, which I thought was really cool. And
oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece
hi,
of
Mary,
garbage.
thank you so much for the resub. It was really cool because the Celebi and the Pikachu were animatronic, and you could see like their head move and things like that. This is just a picture, so you can't really tell, but it was cool. And they had a bunch of like cute little figurines of random Pokemon, so Chikorita, Mudkip, Greedent. Yeah, I wanted to try to get some Celebi merch. But oh man, I remember in a crane machine there was a Celebi plush and I couldn't get it. Sad. There were so many things I couldn't get. Yeah, hi Meru. We're going through my Japan trip right now. But also in this area in Nagoya, where the mall, where there was where the Pokemon Center was, there was a bunch of other like character stores. So Kopen-chan, I don't know if you guys ever seen this penguin before. Rilakkuma, they had a Rilakkuma store, and then there was a ramen shop for Chikawa. They have ramen in Nagoya, which I thought was interesting. I didn't try it because I ate something else. We had like a Hawaiian place, and they made pancakes where the whipped cream goes up like a whole foot. You went on the Pokemon Center website? And then what? And then there is also this Ferris wheel, which actually, if you saw this Ferris wheel, it was also in the, I just noticed it was also in the back of here. The same concept, the Pokemon Center. But yeah, I went on this Ferris wheel. It goes very slowly. And, wait, you're gonna get what? You want what? What do you want? What about a lot of stuff? I'm sorry. But anyway, here we went on the Ferris wheel. It was really quiet or like slow. And so if you have like vertigo or you're afraid of heights, I would not recommend this Ferris wheel because it's very slow, but you get to see a nice view of things, and it was nice. And yeah, so unfortunately I wasn't able to check a lot in Nagoya because I was down with the sickness, but this is also in Don Quixote, and I was just like, why is he holding a thermos and a knife? You know? Is ramen there not common? I just didn't really... Well, there was a lot of other things, honestly. I felt like yakiniku and yakitori was more popular. I kept seeing it everywhere. How many times have I been to Don Quixote? Maybe like 4 times? Like, it was a different Don Quixote every time, because, you know, why not? Why not, right? But we're actually reaching the end of the trip, because after Nagoya, and like after Nagoya, I was pretty much feeling better. We went to Hakone. You went to this donkey? You remember that penguin? Oh, I don't... Don Quixote is too stressful to be in. So Hakone is an area that's known for its hot springs. So there's a lot of different hot spring resorts. Hi, Sage! Yeah, I can't. I was telling everybody how overwhelming Don Quixote is for me. It is. I feel you. It's so tough. Imagine working there. It's awful. But yeah, Hakone is known for like the hot springs and things like that. And so I stayed at a particular hot spring that was really nice, and it came with a course for dinner. But yeah, something went wrong at dinner. So like this is like the last night before we were gonna fly out. And so how's the food in Japan? It was good. If I had to work at the donkey shoe, I'd want to neck. So we went into this like food service, and they asked us for times to start. And so we came in at like 6 o'clock to eat. And it was really difficult because they didn't really describe what to expect, and the course was in Japanese, and it was a little bit hard for me to understand. And so like, I didn't know how much food there was gonna be, and I didn't know how much, like, yeah, how many courses there were. And so everything that came out was like really small and like, I would just say like in the nicest way, experimental, because it was very, it was a very weird combination of things. Like, I think I had... it was weird. It was just some weird combinations, and like some stuff just didn't really fulfill my hunger, right? It's like one of those rich people places where it's like you go to eat to not feel full, I guess. But I was really hungry going in, so I was getting really mad because it was like, what is this like 1 piece of daikon? Good night, Sage. I'm glad you're able to stop by to say hello. You get some good rest. And so at a certain point, I was just sitting there and just waiting for the next course or something, right? And it just didn't happen. And I saw people who were coming in later with the later lunch times, and their meals were getting, like their courses were getting caught up to mine. And I'm like, where is the waiter? What am I supposed to do here? What's going on? And I'm like staring at them, because like I've been at the restaurant for like over an hour at this point, and I'm just like, I feel sick because I'm hungry, and like this, I was hungry and this food just wasn't hitting it, and like eating the beef tongue made me feel a little sick. And so they finally came over, and I'm just like, is there more food after this? They're like, are you done eating? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, it's just the dessert left. Do you want your dessert? And I'm like, yes. Why did you need me to come over and tell you this? I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. What? Right? It's bullcrap. Anyway, it was kind of sad that that was my last dinner in Japan, because it was just such a letdown. You know what I mean? It was such a letdown. So I went into the springs again and tried to de-stress. It was not worth it. The food, at least, it was not worth it. But anyway, final day, Akihabara Part 2. We went to, well, our flight was really late, so we kind of pretty much had the whole day to do stuff. And so I was like, let's just go to Akihabara and check some stuff up again. And I saw this, the Iron Mouse and Sea Dog VA or Connor a collaboration cafe, and I was like, should we go? But then we went to eat something else. But I thought it was funny. I got to see her. But like, honestly, at the end of the day, I think I would have rather, I probably should have gone to Ikebukuro instead, because now that I realize Ikebukuro is a lot more girl-centric, I probably should have gone there for more girl-centric stuff, right? But I didn't. I went to Akihabara again. I wanted to give it another chance because of how many people there were. I didn't go in, but I looked at the interior and the inside. It was really cute. Like, you can kind of see some of the chibis and stuff. It was cute, but I didn't go in. I did not speak to her. I don't think she's actively there. But for the most part, all I did at Akihabara, I had crepe one last time. And then I basically did karaoke. And this time, nothing bad happened at the karaoke place. In fact, I found a lot of old songs, old obscure Japanese songs at the karaoke place, and I was really impressed with the selection. So that was a good end. But again, like I said, the karaoke bar required you to buy a drink to go into the karaoke place. And so I didn't want alcohol or anything, so I got tea. I got hojicha, which is a roasted green tea. And I didn't want them to think I was just like, I didn't want to waste my money, so I drank all the tea. And then by the time I had to go to, like, I was at the airport and getting ready for to fly back, I was like sweating. I felt sick. I felt like throwing up. I felt like something was really wrong. I thought there was a problem. And then, like, because I was about to board, and I was just getting really, really anxious. And, like, my body was giving chills and shivers and stuff. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Didn't I drink a lot of tea? And then I was like, oh, it's caffeine. And then my body just washed away and calm. I was nice and calm afterwards. And I was like, okay, that's it. And then I got on the plane and left. Goodbye, Japan. 'Twas 3 weeks that have passed. Farewell, fare thee well, Japan. And just like that, we have made it through 80 slides. I do also want a crepe. Umbra says hi, he's a bit busy, but he hopes your trip was awesome. Aw, it's okay. I hope he's doing good. He came by to say something earlier. The pic is worth 1,000 words. So, all in all, the trip, I think, worked. Honestly, wait, hold on. Let me go back to my my fortune. The fortune I took in, where is it? Oh, here it is. What's the first meal? Homemade food. I think it was homemade food. My mom made some food. So making a trip is all right. Which when you translate it, it says "mondai nai desho," which means no problem. Thank you for sharing. It was an interesting list. I had no idea you were into that into history. Oh yeah, I mean, I enjoy history. It's just when people tell history, sometimes it's a little bit boring. But I'm fascinated by like historical things and mythologies and all of that. It needs to be taken a certain way for me to appreciate it. But goddamn, like I said, there were some things that weren't perfect about the trip, but I can tell you what's good about it. I liked the restaurant situation was really easy. Because one, there was no tip, and two, when you're done ordering, they give you a receipt that you can bring up to the counter when you're ready to pay. And so you don't have to hound someone and be like, oh, can I have the check, please? And then you have to wait for them to come back to take your money. That you don't ever have to do that. You just bring, when you're done eating, you just bring the receipt up and they pay. And it's great. It's so seamless. And what else did I like? I liked... Well, at the end, I kind of did like the bidet toilets. I liked the crepes. I liked... I like how cheap everything was. Yeah, I like I said, when you brought it up, I wasn't in Nagoya at that time. And I think the hotel or whatever, the exhibit was closed by the time I was in Nagoya. Plus, I was dead in Nagoya. Yeah, the food was really cheap. It was great. Hi, Pam Pam. The food was cheap. The food was good. The convenience stores are good. I liked I like how on time public transit is. The taxi system was pretty nice too. I enjoyed the taxi system, but they did play ads in the taxi, which bothered me a bit because it was always the same set of ads. I wish they didn't do that. And then I liked... But I ran about how little Digimon merch. Dude, I saw very little. I only saw like an Omnimon and like whatever figurines I saw in the beginning. The Go Taxi ad! Exactly! It's just the same ads over and over again. I'm like, could you at least find something different? But I digress. I also, like, some things I wish could be done better. Tourists, please stop going to Japan. There's too many people. I'm kidding. I wish that employees in Japan were able to relax a little. I think that was like the main thing, was like it made me tense seeing how strict they were on themselves, you know, like how straight they stood, how they spoke to me, how they presented themselves. And it was like, that's nice and all, but I kind of wish you were just casual with me, you know? Because otherwise I turn into the like, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu. And it's like, because I want to be able to be proper and reciprocate what they're giving me, right? But it's really tiring to be like that all the time. I'm not saying to be rude, but just like, I'm not saying they should be rude, but I feel like I wish it was a little bit more lax. Do you know what I mean? So that we could just be like, I don't know. And I guess I felt the same way. I hit a tourist with Ego, Sumasen Ego, I got him a send and turned around because I didn't want to show him at the Chiyoda station. How much Sonic merch did you see? I don't remember, actually. Am I playing with the pen? Oh, yeah, I'm playing with the pen. I was for like 2 seconds. Good night, Digimonster Packs. Congrats to the cool vacation. You bring back your husband, though? I totally did. Although I am hurt that there was no Fire Emblem content at all, which was weird, right? Why isn't there any Fire Emblem content? So I didn't get any of my Fire Emblem husbands, which I think is a crime on itself. But what can you do? What can you do in this day and age? But anyway, I hope you all, it comes and goes. Was there a lot of Mario? It was mainly Pokemon. It was mainly Pokemon, Chikawa. A lot of Chikawa. And there was like this Muppet thing that was kind of popular, and I don't remember. Hello, Chris. Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're having a wonderful time. But I am leaving you. I'm sorry. Don't forget to remind us to go vote on Discord. Oh yeah! We had some subathon rewards coming up. Me playing a game, me singing a song cover. Go check it out and vote to see what you want to do. But thank you all for listening to my review of my trip. And
Besto Shiri.
I'm sorry, Meru. I've been here for almost 3 hours and I need to go take a shower. Looking forward to show. Yeah, I will be able to show people what I have. Keep yourself warm and well. I know. I have this big sweater on right now. But thank you everybody for listening to the story. I hope it was entertaining for you. And it was a lot of fun putting together the slides. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. And My stories were great. I missed everybody, and thank you everybody for coming by to say hi. You guys are great. You said if the boxes. I haven't gotten the notification yet that they have arrived, so we'll see. It's still a little sticky. But anyway, you guys be good. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. A-Town. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, bye.